Mr. Time, Mr. Wolf.
You're listening to Breeze 93.9 FM.
Yes, I've been many places, I've tasted all the flavors, but there's one thing I can't understand is why I'm never satisfied. There's something about the feeling when you start craving, the flashback reminiscing about that one very first luau. And then I'll start to head back home. I'll call my brothers up on the phone. I'll take you to a very special place where we can both up for days. Hey, I like my fishing boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. I like my fish and boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. Oh yeah. Ross, oh yeah, hey, I can't forget mama's speciality and my grandma's old mochi. I sit back with the lomi and the rice and make a bad day feel nice, and then I start all over again. What I'm feeling, girl, I'm feeling within. Cause there's no local boy that would agree that it's just a Hawaiian to me. Hey, I like my fishing boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. I like my fish and boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Watch out. I like my fish and boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. I like my fish and boy. Said I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, yeah. Rhythm. I can't forget mama's speciality and my grandma's old mochi. I sit back with the lomi and the rice and make a bad day feel nice. Then I start all over again. What I'm feeling, girl, I'm feeling within. There's no local boy that would agree that it's just a Hawaiian to me. What? I like my fish and boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. I like my fish and boys, and I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid and chicken lua, don't forget the lao beef and stripes stew, just to name a few. I like my fish and boy. I'm a big boy, load me some pipi cola, extra large liquor. Squid with a chicken luau. Don't forget the la beef for stripes too, just to lay off you. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Hey.
Playing all your go-to jams. Breeze 93.9 FM.
Well, everything you want to know, it's like everything, anything, showing like the world is for you. Falling into your love, making me go bala. Everybody wants to know too. But I don't know if I can tell you everything I know. And I don't know if I am ready to even show. And you don't even know me like I know you from my dreams. And you for me, and me for you, yeah. Slow down, stop it, do it now. I'm feeling really proud. I am an enemy, I am an enemy. I don't know what to say, breaking me every day. I am an enemy, I am an enemy, yeah. 2 shots down, 3 shots gone. And you know that I will do everything and show you what it means. And show you what it means. Singing, show you what it means, like show you what it means, like everybody knows what to lose, like yourself and your mind too. Overthinking something is overkilling everything. Stop what you do and just do. But I don't know if I can tell you everything I know. And I don't know if I am ready to even show. And you don't even know me like I know you from my dreams. And you for me, and me for you, yeah. Slow down, stop it, do it now. I'm feeling really proud. I am an enemy, I am an enemy. I don't know what to say, breaking me every day. I am an enemy, I am an enemy, yeah. 2 shots down, 3 shots gone. And you know that I will do everything and show you what it means. And show you what it means. Singing, show you what it means, like show you what it means, like I don't know if I can be the one I want to be one day. And I fight with my own mistakes. The past is just too far away. You cannot decide for me if my life is my own to say, yeah. But I just keep complaining that my mind is too hard to make, yeah. Slow down, stop it, do it now. I'm feeling really proud. I am an enemy, I am an enemy. I don't know what to say, breaking me every day. I am an enemy, I am an enemy, yeah. 2 shots down, 3 shots gone. And you know that I will do everything and show you what it means. And show you what it means. Singing, show you what it means, like show you what it means, like
KUAM FM, Hagåtña, Guam. You're listening to The Link with Chris and Sabrina on Breeze 93.9.
Ya uli die sombren zelten meg et zu ite salude antes diu hum niga radzauds and malak estrezas durante todo em memu a no distância como cupo palo zaniman malak guafi e conum nosso Nai banderata gaigi pues atan fanni bandera kau esta pagua pumalapa giluk tanu man libri Committee man ko body
Fanogi chamoru Puritanota Kantai matunonya Toru ilugai Paraiona Parai gloria A big body is nascent Paraiona Parai gloria A big body
This is another Zone production.
Yeah. This is a mighty honest collaboration. Yo, Zone, there's a lot of hula dogging tonight. Let's do this, man. Hey, yo, DJ, yo, turn this music up. Hey, bartender, what my drink on? Uno, sa hula, ikanamu dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagamo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Bottles back with a whole new track. Represent the honeys with a whole lot of back. Tomorrow style, cause I'm known for that. Island pride, cause I'm down like that. This song strictly for the ladies. Where you driving a Guam or rolling a Mercedes. Get on the dance floor and show us what you got. Get on the dance floor and drop it like it's hot, mama. Size, para seti, para uno. Size, para seti, para zero. Hak sa hula, ikanay mo. Sa hula, dog, and pagu. Sogin ni baba mo. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo. Americana, Filipina, Mexicana, toto isla, Samorita, pura man bonita, bonita. Uno, hak sa hula, ikanay mo dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo. She classy and nasty as hell. From the way she drop down, make the ballers wanna yell. Put your drinks up, a shot to get loose. Twerk that thing and show me what it do. She all on the flow, shaking that thing. Stiletto high heels and them apple bottom jeans. See through top, shot to get low. Work them hips and drop it on the floor. If you know you're that fine, girl, back it up. If you want this money, then clap it up. Drop it down to the floor, girl, that's what's up. Throwing money in the air, baby, show my brother love. Pop that thing, baby girl, get low. Drop that right there on the floor. We'll make the clap, girl, show me what it do. Bend over to the front, let me see you get loose.
Uno, sa hula, ikanamu dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Senkaduka, 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 zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Sembonita, sembonita, senkaduka, senkaduka, sembonita, sembonita, zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Uno, hak sa hula, ikanamu dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Uno, hak sa hula, ikanamu dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo.
Uno, hak sa hula, ikanamu dos. Representa itanomu tres. Putpabot neni. Zeng zum duro, itagam mo.
Zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the gummo, zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng zoom, zeng zeng to the
Yeah.
gummo.
Hoffa! 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 Morning, Guam! Super Bowl! Super Bowl! Super Bowl! Football! Ah! Monday! Good morning, Sabrina.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, and am I the only one who's wearing a jersey today because it's football day? But you know what? I'm wearing the jersey of someone who I've followed since college, Charles Woodson, in the Football Hall of Fame.
What?
Elected yesterday. Peyton Manning in. Charles Woodson in. Megatron, Calvin Johnson, in. John Lynch, finally in. 8 times he's finally in. Tom Flores, the first head coach
Tom Flores?
the first Latino head coach
Oh,
to
Latino.
ever lead his team for the Oakland Raiders
Right
to
on.
a Super Bowl victory. Tom Flores is finally in too.
Wow. What about Aaron Rodgers?
He won the MVP yesterday.
Oh, I thought he got engaged.
He probably did too. Didn't he make a cute couple with what's her name? Was it one from
What's her name? The one.
Psylocke from X-Men?
Yeah, Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. See, I knew that would trigger.
Once you put it in
No,
comic
no,
book
this
terms.
is a different girl.
Yeah, no,
It's a
they
different girl.
broke up years ago.
Oh.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Super Bowl Monday. I've
Um,
got so many memories of staying up all night, getting up super early, like to watch football and everything like that.
Well, everything on Super Bowl is super. So you get
Yeah.
up super early. We have a super show for you guys because we're super excited just to super be here.
And you know what? We love the
We
fact
got
that
a super show.
we love the
Super
fact that you guys
show.
hang out with us like all morning. If you guys don't watch us past 9 a.m. Guam time, I'm not gonna hold that against you because the game is coming up.
Kickoff is what? 9:30.
9:30.
9:30.
Right. Yep. And we're gonna take you guys all the way to the big game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exciting.
We got a lot of stuff going on this morning. I guess we're still doing a show.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. But I brought my trusty little barbecue grill, Big Red. So we're gonna be barbecuing. Then we got Kimmy from Island Beverage to do some super cocktails for us. All right.
Yeah, we posted on our Instagram. You can actually mix it with her. The recipes and the alcohol. It's all there on our Instagram. Might be on our Facebook too. If you want to join in on the festivities. We
Right.
also got Tom Okugami coming on.
Yes. Did he make? Was that pork butt nachos?
It sure is.
Damn.
So he's got a tutorial for
Doing
you.
the butt. Ow, pork butt nachos.
I saw a portion of his video, man. That is some technical, high-tech
Yeah,
stuff.
I told
that
you I
he's
don't want to
doing.
barbecue around the guy. I'm still at like baseline, you know.
Right.
Hey, pull back, go barbecue the chicken, okay? And not, you know.
Yeah. So he'll be here around 7 o'clock. We have a video that he did doing, like I said, his step-by-step process, which is pretty intense
Yep.
and pretty
Is there
cool.
a sous vide involved? Does he put it in the bag and then put the bag in the
I
thing?
didn't watch the entire video. Once I saw like the first couple minutes, I was like, "Oh, I
wanna
want to watch
wait.
this." Yeah.
Right. Guys, so I don't know. You have the picture of the marinade that I just sent to the chat. Okay, so yeah, courtesy Jack Daniels. Thank you, Kimmy. Hooked me up with a bottle of Jack for the weekend. The guys, just a heads up. I put like 2 cups of Jack Daniels in the marinade.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh hey, okay. Go
hard or go home.
I'm saying Super Bowl, Super Jack. So I did up some Jack Daniels short ribs and some Jack Daniels pork belly.
And I brought you something a little extra. Maybe you can
Oh,
throw it
that's
on the
right.
grill.
Yep. I should have got a bigger charcoal. Oops. 6:25. What else we got going on today, Bree?
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, no, we got.
We're
other
gonna
things.
party all morning. What are you
That's
talking
it.
about?
I know it's kind of weird. I was on the way in and I was like, oh, it's a Monday, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
And
Wait.
can we please end the show on time? Not one of those ones where, oh yeah, we got
10:13.
we got Major Anton Uggan. Hey, Major, like I got one more question. I was like,
We've also got some cool coverage from our national affiliates over on the CBS side. Of course, bringing you the big Super Bowl, which is the Buccaneers versus the Chiefs.
and remember, the Buccaneers are metaphorically and quite literally the home team. It is being played in Raymond James Stadium in Central Florida in Tampa, the home of death metal, Morrisound Studios, for those of you who don't know what Tampa's all about. Really, really good lobster and crab cakes down there, from what I understand. I've
Nice.
never actually...
I've never been to
I've never
Florida.
been to Tampa. But the Buccaneers are the home team, so I believe they will be wearing their home scarlet and pewter jerseys. But the Chiefs are favored by... Now, Vegas has actually upped the the odds, Kansas City is favored by 3.5 points, so a little bit more than a field goal.
Wow.
Oh, so, you know, there was a video I saw on Instagram, Underwater World. So they have I think it's a turtle, and the turtle chooses who he thinks is going to
Yeah.
win. You saw that?
Yeah.
Last year it was wrong because he picked the wrong team to win.
Well, he picked the right team. He picked the Niners, but unfortunately they didn't win.
Oh,
on that
well,
day.
and since
This year he picked Chiefs, I believe.
you picked the Chiefs, and
Yeah.
since you're talking about that, you know,
You
like
saw the video? That
Yeah.
was cute.
it was really, really big news because you know our friends over at Electronic Arts, our friends, you know, that make the Madden NFL game. They
Oh
actually
yeah,
do
our
it-
friends over at EA Sports.
Yeah, I
Same
know-
game. Those are our buddies.
Yeah, I know a couple of those guys
Yeah.
who work on Madden, but they actually do a simulation and they use the current rosters and they have the whole artificial intelligence kick in, and they actually ran a simulation of today's game and they predict that the Chiefs are going to win 37-27.
Nice.
So that's what Madden says.
Okay. Well, if there's anybody listening to us and you are in Tampa Bay, please send us a message and we'll bring you into the Zoom room. I know that Dave, he has a bunch of people that is going to be joining, and they're going to be talking football on the show. I think around 8 o'clock this
Yeah,
morning.
they're
Yep.
definitely going to be talking football.
And actually, and you want to make sure to join us this throughout the morning, because at the bottom half of every hour, or actually I should say every half hour, got that wrong. At every half hour starting at 7 a.m., we are going to ask you guys some Super Bowl trivia, and we got some really, really challenging ones. So if you're a true hardcore NFL fan, you want to put on your thinking caps because you are going to want to take part in our trivia contest, and that starts at 7 and then every half hour up until kickoff.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're getting other people on to talk about not football things. Boring. But I told them all, it's like, if we come on, you got to talk about football. So we're getting Dr. Cabrera, who is a self-professed
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady fan. We're getting Mayor Jesse Allig, Mayor Kevin. They're going to be talking about this funeral escort program that they're doing with the mayors, and then everything else going on with them. And then I told Mayor Jesse, I said, hey, if you got any of mayors who are, big fans of either of the teams, get them on the Zoom. And he's like, yeah, Mayor Kevin is rooting for the Lakers. The Agate Lakers. I think we're getting the man who puts the bowl in Super Bowl. Will Sparkinson of the Cannabis Control Board.
Yay.
Come on, he puts the bowl in Super Bowl. They're trying to do this
What?
thing with the
I'm sorry, I
like the
didn't
bowl,
get it.
like pack a bowl. Read.
Is that a weed thing?
It's a
Is that
weed
what
thing,
you're-
yeah.
It's a weed-
like,
a
what
little
was
weed
the one
pun.
you taught me? Wake and bake or
Yeah.
shake and bake?
Wake and bake, right. A bowl, it's a little pipe that you put the weed in, and then
Thank
just
you.
watch Super Bad or, whatever. Anyway, so they're trying to do this thing with the, when the marijuana is fully legal and you can sell it and stuff, they want to do this micro-licensing thing where, I guess it's like marijuana mom and pops.
Why not?
Okay.
I know, so we'll talk
Wait,
about
did you
that
guys
and
even talk
everything
about
else.
the food?
Yeah, we're making food, bro. Joe, sir, made pancit bihon.
I
Did you
made
make it, sir, or your wife?
We made it.
We
We
together.
make it.
There you go. The
I
couple
made
that
a-
behons together, hey, belongs
Oh, okay.
together.
Well, our friend Sean Gumatato, who is a hardcore, lifelong Raiders fan, is saying he takes umbrage with the fact that the Hall of Fame committee, Chris, old school Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Drew Pearson voted in to the Hall of Fame, and very deservedly so. He's a world champ. However, Cliff Branch, who has better numbers than Drew Pearson, did not get voted in.
Oakland's a small market.
And you don't want to piss off the Raider fans, 'cause
Right.
they tend
They're
to
Vegas
be
now.
rather passionate.
Oh, they're in
Interestingly
Vegas
enough,
now.
yeah, my son, he's now a Raiders fan. I don't even know. I guess because he's been seeing the Raiders stadium going up every time we go visit his grandparents.
The
and
Death Star.
so finally he was, he was asked, who's your favorite team? And he was like, the Raiders. And I go, he didn't even know that.
Yeah, Raiders.
Yeah, but yeah, that's cool.
Because they got a cool hat.
So by the time we actually get a chance to go back to Vegas, hopefully, there might be a game or something.
And technically the Raiders have now been in 3 very, very significant markets. They started out in Oakland, then
Right.
they went to LA,
Mhm.
then they went back to Oakland, and now
Right.
they're over in Vegas. And again, you said because of the hat, because of the logo, because of the silver and black, they've got fans all over the world.
I mean, it's not just because of the colors and everything, but It's cool. They're a cool team.
Well, remember when
But I remember the Raiders like
Ice-T
Lyle
always wore the hat.
what's his name? Lyle Alzado?
Ice Cube. I'm sorry.
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
Lyle Alzado. Yeah, Ice Cube always had that hat. Did he have that hat on throughout Boys in the Hood?
Was it that one or was it the Sox? I think it was the White Sox. Okay, I don't know.
It was the Raiders.
Okay, it's
Or
whatever,
that-
guys.
No, those were the
or
two
that
most
could have
popular.
Been, Easy wearing the Raiders.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. But guess what? The Raiders are not in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Sorry, Sean. Who is though? It's Tom Brady. That's all I know. Tom Brady, and
And
he plays for the Buccaneers of Tampa Bay, and then Pat Mahomes, who is a real fan favorite. I noticed with the ladies. Right.
He's a good-looking dude.
I mean, you get a woman who doesn't know anything about football, but they know everything about Pat Mahomes. All right.
He's cute.
So one of my friends is a Chiefs fan, and he put down a lot of money on obviously on the Chiefs. But I was just thinking, man, it's crazy to bet against Brady. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Jay? I'm curious. What does the data say?
Okay, from purely from a data perspective
Right,
and everything
yes.
like that, Chiefs are heavily favored because they've got just a meteoric offense. I mean, even if they find themselves down early in the game, they can easily make that up. I mean, they got speed all over the place. They can go big. They can run power. They got a lot of really talented people on all three sides of the ball. Their defense is very, very good, but Tampa Bay does have the GOAT.
Jay, actually, Tampa Bay announced that they're wearing the white jerseys because they feel it brings them good luck.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's superstitious, right? On Super Bowl, you guys got your routine that you do before the big game.
And you were mentioning their olds, like the when the Buccaneers first came into the league in the
was
70s.
orange
they
and white,
should have
right.
worn the creamsicles.
Right.
That
Orange and
would have
white.
been awesome.
I don't know. I just want to see the halftime show. So
Speaking of which, yeah, the halftime show is The Weeknd. I wonder what song he's gonna do.
I can't feel my.
He's got a lot of good songs.
I would like him to do that, or he could do like a.
Should we do news?
I like that one song he's got. The save your tears for a rainy day. Dum, 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 dum. It's got that 80s like dum dum
Oh,
dum
like the-
dum
like
dum
the
dum
80s
dum
workout
dum dum
vibe?
dum 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 dum.
Yeah, that's huge on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, Bree,
Everybody
this is gonna be the whole show right here. Get used to it. We haven't even lit the fire yet.
I know. Well, I know why. But you want to do news
Yeah,
so that
let's
way
go-
you guys
let-
can go and
Okay, let's go.
jibber-jabber?
Let's go do work because Mama Bree's like, we'll have to get to work. We're still working today. That was Bree ever since last week. No, it's the Super Bowl, but we're still gonna work, guys. Okay, so let's work then. Okay.
Let's get to work.
I know the whole Guam is like, oh, thank God they're doing a Super Bowl thing. That don't got to worry about any Chris or Bree saying anything. That they're barbecuing. Don't bother them. It's 6:36. The show is brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, IT&E, and Carrier at 647. Cool. It's a Super Bowl Monday.
Oh, look who's here. Wait, first, got to give a shout
let's
out
get-
to our boy.
Hop in.
Double Deezy for Sheezy in the Heezy.
Damn, dressed up too. That's you, brother. Yep, you're on.
I know, you're looking so nice.
Wait.
D,
Right here, sir. You can see yourself. Move back here.
you can just go to that mic
He's
right
like,
there, my man.
what's going on in here?
This is high tech. Dave, you want to jump on over here? So we had Jason give us from the data standpoint
And this is
what the
your
data
cam,
says,
Sir, this is your cam.
that the Chiefs are favored by a field goal. But you know what I mean? When it comes to a guy like Tom Brady, you kind of sometimes throw out the numbers just out the door because it's Tom Brady.
Well, you never can count Brady out, and I looked at the last game, and Brady probably played his worst half of football of his career. They punted the ball 4 straight times, so I don't see that happening. The last time they played, the Chiefs scored 17 points in the first quarter. I don't see that happening again. So I'm going Bucs, man.
Bucks, that's it. I hate Tom
what?
Brady.
You're going Bucs?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the first time, like I said, I'm ever going for Brady. But
I'm shocked.
yeah, why not go with the old school dude? It's still his time. I think he still has another year or two left in him. So let's go Brady.
Wow. Did we
You're
get that
actually
on
gonna
tape?
chop it up with some football.
We got that
people,
on
right?
tape.
Later
Oh
on?
yeah.
Who's going to be joining you a little bit
We're
later?
gonna have Jacob Dowdell, head coach of the Guam High Panthers.
Mhm.
We'll have Andrew Apatang, he coaches Ukadu and the youth football team, the Packers. Alan Borja, Alex Escaraga, one of the guys I played football with. He's in Miami right now.
Right.
He's going for the Bucs. So
He's back in Miami.
yeah,
he's back home.
Yeah, he's back home. Yeah, so definitely gonna be good to hear from him and how things are going out there. Weather looks good.
Oh boy.
I'm ready. So, D, what's your prediction? D is going for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I
Any
think
score?
33-30 Bucks. It's going to be, back and forth, I think. But, last game, Vita Vea, he's a defensive tackle. He wasn't playing. I think he's going to bring the pressure. He's going to set up Pierre-Paul. Jason Pierre-Paul is going to have a big game, I think. I think they're going to sack Mahomes at least 4 times today. Last time they only got
not
hands on him
Mahomes.
twice.
Not Mahomes.
Yeah, and everybody's saying, Patrick Mahomes, he's one of those guys that can extend plays. He gets out the pocket. He makes these crazy throws. But the way the Bucs defense have been playing, if they get their hands on Mahomes, it's going to be some big contact. And, is Mahomes 100% with that turf toe injury? We're not sure, but that's Mahomes, though. He's not my homie, but yeah.
Wow, it was like speaking another language.
I know.
Right? We're like, tell us about the data. And Dave's like, yeah, well, this guy.
Yeah, I'm not a
this
numbers guy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Brady, man, he's the guy on the field. Coach said he gave him the green light to do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
so
of course.
You lead the team to
Go for
victory.
it, Tom. Yeah, hey, whatever, bro.
Okay, who do you got as MVP?
Oh, that's going to be a tough one. I'm thinking, the way the Bucs defense has been playing, if the Bucs do win, it's going to probably be a guy on defense.
Man, let me just ask, outside looking in, like how much of this, and it seems like a stupid question now, but how much of Tampa Bay was Brady? I mean, they have other players, because I know one guy can't carry the team all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, it's got to be something with Brady. It's his preparation.
Oh, yeah.
Guys in the locker room is going to listen to a veteran player like that. He knows how to get these guys ready, I think, mentally. They're a young team defensively, a bunch of young players. So can they take that constructive criticism on the sideline when, they do make mistakes, and can they bounce back from that? And, short-term memory, you blow a play, you come back, you make a play.
Okay.
I just don't know the sound of that. Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It just...
Well, I mean, a lot
Sounds a
going
little
on,
weird.
I mean, KC on the road, everything going on with Andy Reid's son, getting in that car accident. Their center involved with the whole haircutting thing, and the barber having COVID. So, all that outside noise, does it take an effect into what the game's going to play out to be? So we shall see.
There you go. You want to just stay? Never mind the news. Just let Dave talk for the next 3 hours.
Well, he's got, like I said, he's got his whole team of people coming on around 8 o'clock, and they're going to chop it up, talking to everything.
They're going to
about-
chop it up, chop.
Yeah.
Hope you brought your cutting board.
But more importantly, did you bring smoked meat?
I did, yeah. Hold on, guys.
The spicy, a bag of the regulars. So
Yep. Guys, if you guys don't know, Double D slangs the bags of the smoked meat.
yeah, this is something, a hobby I picked up.
Hit them up on Instagram.
I never would have thought I'd be doing it, but
It is what it is, bro. This is
trying to get on my malfunction tip right there.
This is what you kind of did this before the pandemic, or was it something?
During,
right? So it's a hobby that you were helping with your father-in-law with or something?
Yep. It's a recipe he had. Then I was like, let me try it out. Start doing it in my spare time, and
Right.
had some fun with it. I mean, it's a good way to spend a couple of hours.
Yeah. What I love about Double D's to not let bros, he trims a lot of the fats off. I mean, I love the fats, but when you get up there, it's like, ooh boy, the fats.
And
boy.
it's not too salty, you can taste the meat. So
Right, yeah.
that's a big thing right there.
And he's always carrying, guys. So if you want to check him out, you see him at
always
the
got
mall.
in stock if you need it.
If you see him at the mall,
We are talking
Hey,
about
D.
meat, right?
Yeah.
hey D, you got a bag of that meat, homie?
Hey, you smell me? Because I be smelling like smoked meat a lot, That smell stays with you.
It does. It's hard to wash out. All right, now let's do news. You all right over there? Is that COVID, Bree?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Let's jump into it with the very latest from the KUAM News team on Super Bowl Monday. Good morning, Sabrina Salas-Mantonani.
Off it, everybody. GPD Highway Patrol activated to investigate a fatal auto pedestrian incident that occurred just before 9 p.m. Saturday. The driver of a gray Toyota RAV4 was driving north by the entrance of Ledzang Barragata when he hit a man who was attempting to cross the street along Route 10. The man was transported to Naval Hospital Guam for treatment and care, where he was later pronounced deceased by attending physicians. And with more news, here is Tyler Matsinani. Thanks, guys.
Buenos and half a day, everyone. I'm Tyler Matsinani with your headlines here on The Link. The defense may have argued there was no motive, but the jury agreed the prosecution got the right man. Adriana Cotero has the latest from Superior Court as Joshua Palacios was found guilty of murder on Friday.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joshua Rivera Palacios, guilty.
All it took was less than 2 hours for a jury to find Joshua Palacios guilty of murder. Palacios was accused of pulling the trigger that led to the death of Keith Castro. The homicide took place at a home in Jico on July 28, 2019. The guilty verdict follows closing statements that were delivered this morning after 13 days of trial and testimony from witnesses from both sides. Defense attorney Tom Fisher had argued Palacios was framed, while Assistant Attorney General Rochelle Canto argued Palacios was caught red-handed and was the prime suspect. For Castro's family, it brings closure to a 16-month-long wait for justice to be served. Peter Castro sat in the courtroom every day of trial, holding a picture of his son in his hand.
It is very painful, ma'am, but at least I'm very happy that justice has been served, and that's all I want to do here. The only thing that I don't know really what's the motive that they killed him, but at least the justice was served that the murder is going to be behind bars for serving his time of the murder of my son.
Palacios is scheduled to be sentenced on February 24th. Attorney Fisher plans to file an appeal. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Major revelations in the Mark Mayo federal drug trial as familiar names and allegations of corruption in the island's local judicial system and law enforcement community resurface.
It wouldn't be the first time we've heard about it. A playback of an audio recording between drug defendant Mark Mayo and FBI agent Rafael Fernandez describe a climate of corruption at the local judiciary in the Fed's effort to go after the big dogs. Mayo and Lovelia Mendoza were charged in a major drug conspiracy. Mendoza entered a plea agreement with the feds and provided testimony on Thursday. Both were busted in 2018 as part of a drug sting. Lovelia admitted Mayo worked for her. In court today, an audio recording from November 2019 was played with Agent Fernandez asking Mayo if he knew Jontnia Mayor Jesse Blas. Mayo said he was Lovelia's boyfriend. He was dating her and those, quote, young chicks, unquote. He also described how he was able to get 2 warrants vacated because of the mayor. Mayo described paying either $2,500 or $500 per warrant. Also on the recording, Fernandez asked if he knew who Joey Terlahi is. Mayo said he never met him, but, quote, I know he was punching some girl in the face, unquote. During the recording, the FBI continued to press Mayo on what he knows and who he knows in Guam's drug world. Fernandez asking, do you know any of the big ones? Do you know anyone at the port getting stuff in? Do you know any custom officers that might be dirty? Do you know any shady cops? Mayo responded with no, but detailed an incident when he was pulled over by local law enforcement and they, quote, stole his money, unquote. As we reported, former Mayor Blas was sentenced last month for his role in allowing drug trafficking through village mailboxes in exchange for bribes. As for Joey Terlahi, his name was also brought up during Blas's arraignment hearing in September 2019. He is the former deputy director of the Department of Corrections, but resigned a day after the former mayor was indicted. Prior to going to DOC, he was a marshal at the Superior Court of Guam. Following Agent Fernandez's testimony, the government rested. Mayo's trial continues with the defense's case-in-chief next week. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Also from District Court, Daryl J. Guerrero has entered a plea agreement. In January of last year, he was indicted and charged with possession of 50 or more grams of methamphetamine hydrochloride with intent to distribute. According to the plea agreement, on January 7th, 2020, he was busted by law enforcement at a local hotel. Inside his room, they found 330 net grams of meth, drug packaging materials, and cash. The circumstances indicated that the hotel room was being used to store and distribute methamphetamine. Guerrero is scheduled to be sentenced on May 6th. A homebuyer should have the right to know if there are any major defects to the property they're buying. Unlike most states, Guam does not have a seller disclosure law, and a public hearing was held today on a bill by Senator Sabina Perez to require the practice. Here's more.
Real Estate Commission Chairman Chris Murphy is in full support of the measure, which he says will provide long overdue consumer protections and level the playing field for home buyers.
Purchasing a home is probably the largest investment the average person will make during his or her lifetime. And if you are like many of us, you may not be a real estate expert with the ability to ensure that you're getting the best possible deal. In fact, unlike the majority of jurisdictions throughout the United States, Guam real estate transactions are based on the concept of caveat emptor, or let the buyer beware.
Murphy says transactions are sold as is, placing the burden on the buyer and creating in the seller's mind that they're not responsible for acknowledging or fixing any major defects. But fellow Real Estate Commissioner Attorney Mars Johnson says the language of what's required to be disclosed needs to be very specific.
I think it would be perhaps wiser if we were to put together a real estate disclosure law on Guam that specifically addresses that that sellers should disclose, say, X, Y, and Z things that the legislature has decided are important to be disclosed.
And then there's a section on disclosing stigmatized property. Johnson zeroed in on a provision that requires disclosure of a haunted house.
No other state has such a requirement in its statute, and it's pretty easy to understand why. I believe if the Guam legislature were to pass a law requiring sellers of real property or homes to disclose the house is haunted or disclose other paranormal activity, this would probably be taken up in the news in a bad way and reflect poorly on Guam's real estate community and the Guam legislature.
But Murphy says deaths such as suicides or murders at a home are a real issue for Guam home buyers, especially among the Asian community.
Almost every Asian I deal with, one of the first questions they ask, anyone die here? So they're a big part of the buying community here. So I think it's an appropriate concept to have in there. If it needs to be defined or limited more, then I'm okay with that. But I don't think we should just whitewash the whole stigmatized issue.
Bill sponsor Senator Perez says she will refine the bill, taking into account the day's testimony. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
That's the news for now. We'll see y'all at 6 tonight on Primetime.
The island recorded its 130th COVID-19 related fatality. The patient was an 18-year-old female who passed away at GMH Sunday at around 9:15 in the morning. The patient had no known medical history and tested positive upon arriving at the GMH emergency room earlier that day. As for the latest numbers, since Friday, Guam has seen an additional 27 positive COVID cases. That is out of 726 tests performed. Guam's COVID case count is now 7,649 officially reported cases of COVID-19 since March of last year, with 130 deaths. 103 cases are currently active, while there have been 7,416 recoveries. Currently, there are 9 people hospitalized, 3 in ICU, 2 on ventilators. Guam's CAR score is now 0.7. Meanwhile, a total of 35,337 people have been vaccinated to date. Of that number, 26,612 received their first dose, while a little over 8,700 people have been fully vaccinated. A total of 15,963 of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines remain after 7,800 doses of the Pfizer vaccine arrived last night as part of Guam's February vaccine allocation of 17,000 doses. With the vaccine's arrival and the 9,200 doses of Moderna that arrived on the 4th, Guam's February allocation has now been completed. The Committee on Health, chaired by Speaker Therese Terlahi, convenes today at 4 p.m. for a public hearing on Bill 11. The bill, referred to as the Restoration of Separation of Powers Act, would mandate that when a public health emergency declaration is made by the governor, it would automatically terminate after 30 days can only be extended by the legislature. The measure was introduced by Senators Chris Duenas, Tony Atta, and Minority Leader Senator James Moylan. Following the public hearing, the committee will then hold an oversight hearing with Public Health to look into the agency's COVID-19 vaccination plan, hiring, and staff detailing. As reported, a complaint was filed that alleged multiple allegations of nurses assigned to the government quarantine facility racking up 100 plus hours per week for work they were not performing, failing to respond to calls for patient care, drinking on the job, sleeping on the job, or not even on site. The oversight is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. And finally, Super Bowl 55 is making history before kickoff as the first NFL championship game held in the middle of a global pandemic. And President Biden shares details of his nearly $2 trillion COVID relief plan. In an interview with CBS Evening News anchor Nora O'Donnell, Michael George reports from New York.
On the eve of Tampa's Super Bowl in the COVID era, health officials nationwide are urging fans to avoid gatherings that might spread the deadly virus.
We're going to stay in and make our famous salsa and chips.
Fresh air, lots of good friends, but we're not going to stay too close to them, 6 feet apart.
People should be able to do what they want. If they want to go watch the game at a bar or go to a friend's house.
About a year into the pandemic, some states are easing restrictions. Starting Sunday, Iowa residents won't have to wear masks in indoor public spaces. The U.S. Supreme Court also issued orders prohibiting California from banning indoor church services. But the state can keep its ban on singing and chanting indoors. In his first television interview since being sworn in, President Biden tells CBS Evening News anchor Nora O'Donnell he wants to pursue a $15 minimum wage, even if it doesn't wind up in his COVID relief bill.
I am prepared, as President of the United States, on a separate negotiation on minimum wage to work my way up from what it is now, which is pain. Look, no one should work 40 hours a week and live below the poverty wage. And if you're making less than $15 an hour, you're living below the poverty wage.
But that may not be in your American Rescue Plan.
No, I put it in, but I don't think it's going to survive.
The president is standing firm on $1,400 stimulus checks in his $1.9 trillion plan. But he says he's open to making eligibility based on income. Michael George, CBS News.
$300,000 or $250,000. So
based on income. Michael George, CBS News.
And we now head into the Zoom room where we check in with Landon Idolette over at the National Weather Service for your work week weather forecast. Cast.
Good morning. Is it a mic thing?
Good morning.
I think.
Can you hear that?
There are a lot of echoes.
Echo. There, I think Jason.
Do you hear
fixed it.
me? Okay.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Do you hear me okay? I hear a lot of
Yeah.
echoes.
No, we got you now. They fixed it.
Okay, good. Well, it's not a bad morning this morning. It's a pretty average weekend. We had some spotty showers over the weekend, but not a washout. So it's just very seasonal, and that's what we're going to be looking at the rest of the week. So before we go to the slides, Jason, let me show you my animations over here. And really the only exciting thing that happened this morning was 747 UPS flight took out, just went right down the runway, taking off from Guam. So that was a nice little viewing this morning. So out there in the region, not bad. Lots of dry air, just some spotty clouds and maybe a few light showers within range of the Mariana Islands. But there's more action and it's farther south and it's going to stay there near Palau. They had a lot of gusty winds, upwards of about 4 inches of rain and wind gusts up to 35 knots yesterday. So they've had some heavy weather down there. And those are the greens and the reds and the convection here in the infrared satellite imagery. None of that for us. And we don't expect to have any of that for quite a while, as it's going to be high and dry for the region, at least through most of this week into the weekend. We could see a little brief passage of clouds and some light showers, maybe midweek and then again around the weekend, but that's about it. I'm going to go to the water vapor imagery. This is showing the atmospheric water moisture in the atmosphere. These yellows, that's all the dry air. The blues and the whites, those are the more tropical wet air mass down there. So there's Guam right there in the yellow zone. It's very dry here, and that's the good news. All the moisture is going to be primarily at the low level. So what showers we do see, they will be light to moderate intensity. They'll come and go pretty quickly. We don't expect any widespread rainfall or any thunderstorm lightning potential. I will show you this model. I don't always like to show the models on the weather broadcast here, but this is a 10-day rainfall total. This is the American forecast model. And when we hover over Guam, we're seeing rainfall totals over the next 10 days of around ½ an inch. So not that much. But when you go down to Palau and Yap, you see a lot more rain. That's with those tropical convection, the deep convection down there. And this model has them hovering about 11 to 12 inches of rain over the next 10 days. However, another model, the European model, that shows significantly less rainfall for the region. So we have to take that into account as we put out our forecasts. But for us, very dry. So go ahead into the slides, Jason, and we're going to start going through this. So the headlines this morning, it's not bad this morning. We have a high risk of rip currents along east-facing reefs. That's through Wednesday night as we have that trade wind swell continue across the region. The Guam fire danger is high, and because of the dry weather pattern in place, that fire danger will steadily increase. So what grass fires we've seen over the last couple of weeks, there's been a few of them so far on Guam. We'll see that possibility increase in the coming weeks and next couple months. Across Micronesia, high surf advisory continues for Chuuk, Pohnpei, and Coast states. Small craft advisory continues for Chuuk and Pohnpei, and a drought information statement remains in effect for Kapinga, Marangi, and Pohnpei as their severe drought persists, but things are improving. Next slide. Just a reminder for east-facing reefs, this is for the high risk of rip currents. That's areas including the northern tip of Retidium Beach on eastward towards Anderson, Taragi Beach, on down to Paget, Marlborough Cave, Pago Bay, and then on down towards Jeff's Pirates Cove, Telefofa Bay, and Inarajan Bay. That's where your highest risk of rip currents will be. And that's primarily due to the dominant trade wind swell that's coming in from the east. Next slide. So current conditions, it's been balmy this morning compared to where we were a week ago, where it was down to around 70, 71, 72 degrees in the morning. It was 79 degrees this morning when I came into the office about 4:30. So warm and tropical out there. East winds around 10 miles per hour, mostly clear skies and dry. The records for this yesterday in history was 89 degrees set in 1999 and 70 degrees for a record low set in 1973. And those are the records for the day in history. Normal, again, is 75 and 85. Rainfall, not much. Since January 1st, we are now up to 4.81 inches. Normal rainfall is about 6 inches. And the record was set back in 1963 at 2.87 inches. Next slide. This is the polar orbiting satellite showing the winds over the ocean surface. Those blues up near Tinian, Saipan, and Rota, those are 10 to 15 knots of wind over the open waters. The stronger winds are near Guam and southward across Micronesia, where you're seeing 15 to 20 knot winds. And the yellows, where you have bursts of 20 to 25 knots. That's where the heaviest winds and the weather is right now. So once you get above around 12 to 13 degrees north latitude, it's much quieter weather up there, much drier. And we're going to see that trend generally through the remainder of this week. Next slide. Combined seas this morning are about 5 to 7 feet. That's going to increase just a little bit Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that's a component of an east trade wind swell at 4 to 6 feet and north swell 3 feet. That will be declining. So when we look at this plot here on the left, this is a much better scenario than what we were looking at a week ago. The seas are much more calm and more tame in the week ahead. And so this morning, we're going to see things continue through the week. The next slide, this is the latest drought map for the region. we do have D0 or abnormally dry conditions setting up across the CNMI. We're going to see those conditions gradually deteriorate as far as drought is concerned across the CNMI and then eventually into Guam in the coming weeks as the rainfall remains limited. Farther to the east, moderate drought is in place across Wilkie and Kwajalein Islands and the Marshall Islands, and that's going to probably intensify also for the northernmost islands of the Marshall Islands, whereas the rain is primarily south of 10 degrees north latitude. And then in Kapinga-Marangi down to the south, their condition has improved from exceptional to now extreme drought, as they have had some showers. That's the good news for them. And it's about 200 people that live down there on that atoll. So they've been having some critical needs for as far as water relief in the last several months. And so luckily for them, things are improving. The next slide, the week ahead. Today, mostly sunny, slight chance of showers, not bad. East winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, combined seas 5 to 7 feet. And on the water, east winds at 15 knots. The surf, it is east at 79 feet. That's a high risk of rip currents once it hits about 9 feet. Elsewhere, the surf is lower. The north is at 3 to 5 feet. Midweek, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions and isolated light showers through midweek. But there's going to be little periods where you're going to have more clouds than not, and maybe a few more showers. But overall, not a bad week. East winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then for the weekend, more of the same, partly cloudy with isolated showers. We could see another weak shear line drop down over the islands around Sunday, but the model signature for that is very weak at this time. Out on the tropics, no concerns here in our region, but there are some systems down in the southern hemisphere. Of course, anything south of the equator is no threat for us, so no concerns there. And the next slide, if you're following trends, the annual holidays, well, Friday was a special day for us forecasters. It was National Weather Person's Day, so I want to thank everybody for all the, the gifts were just phenomenal. All the, well, what did we get here? I don't know what we got, but I'm sure there's coffee around here somewhere. So thank you for the coffee. And we never turn down a good batch of coffee because we are 24/7 always watching things in the region. So yeah, happy National Weather Person's Day. And if you want to join us weather folks, join the Weather Ready Nation. This has been a major outreach program of ours out of this office. It's an agency-wide program with the National Weather Service. And this is one that we take to heart as far as getting out to the community and building these partnerships. So if you want to join the Weather Ready Nation, send me an email at marcus.idlet@noaa.gov. And these are for organizations, groups, offices, especially our elected officials. We want to partner up with you as far as outreach, weather awareness, to help build a more weather-ready and resilient community across Guam and the larger region. And then the next slide, I know it's Super Bowl Monday. Well, I have to look at the barbecue. And so you can flip back to my camera, Jason. I did a Google search this morning, who has the best barbecue? And honestly, it's hands down Kansas City. The gooier and the saucier the barbecue, the better. And that's what I strive for. I've been to Kansas City. That's where our central headquarters, central region headquarters for the National Weather Service, that's where they're located. And that's where also the National Weather Service Training Center is located. And let me tell you what, they have some fantastic barbecue. Over here, the Tampa, not so much on the barbecue. I guess they have more like tropical foods, but I got to go back to Kansas City. That's where the barbecue is. And one of my favorite tools, I know a lot of people like to joke about weather and stuff. It was also February 2nd was Punxsutawney Phil, the Groundhog's Day. Did he see a shadow or not? Well, one of my tools is the Magic 8 Ball. And so I have a couple friends that like to pick on me because I am a weatherman. And they want to give me a weather ball. So let me check the Magic 8 Ball and we'll see who's going to win the game this morning. So, will Kansas City win the game? Concentrate and ask again. Let's see. Will Kansas City win the Super Bowl? My sources say no.
Oh, yeah. You know, Landon, that was interesting how you said that the National Weather Service's headquarters is in Kansas City, because you just being like a weather connoisseur, I would have assumed that you would have been all about Tampa just because of, you know, the climate there, how much lightning they get all the time and everything like that. So I would think that'd be, you know, heaven on earth for you.
Yeah, I guess in Kansas City you have the convective outbreaks, the severe thunderstorm, the supercells, and the tornadoes.
Yep.
But really, I do like the tropical moisture better in Florida, the lightning capital of the world. And so when it comes to that weather pattern, I favor Florida, especially once you get down to Interstate 4 and south of the Interstate 4 corridor through Central Florida. That's perfect for me.
Very nice. So
Right
you
on.
heard it there from the guy himself and his
8-ball.
magic 8-ball.
Right on.
Personally, I think it's going to be Kansas City.
Okay, so you're going against the 8-ball. Gotcha. Thanks, Landon. And happy National Weather Person's Day.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Take it easy, my man. Landon Knightlett of the National Weather Service, live in the K-Wave News Zoom room. Always a great time for work week weather. It's going to be a beautiful day. Jason. Okay, so we got Jason's going to ask a trivia question. We got some prizes, and then we're going to bring Tom in.
Yeah,
We'll bring
we'll
Tom.
head outside.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so we have, as we said, we're going to do this every half hour, and I've got a really cool prize from you. You can win some food for you and your family. We've got every half hour we're going to be asking a trivia contest. So here, I have a gift certificate of $25 to California Pizza Kitchen. If you can answer the correct answer for this trivia question, how many Super Bowls has Tom Brady won? This will be his 10th Super Bowl when they kick off at 9:30 a.m. Guam time.
Oh, yeah. Call 637-0094.
Yeah, so we'll take the first
Yeah, we'll take the first correct
correct
caller.
one. So how many Super Bowls has the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Mr. Brady, the guy's hair who can do no wrong, how many Super Bowls has Tom Brady won? And if you have the
We'll just
right
do it
answer,
right now. We got a... Hi, good morning, The Link. Who's this?
This is Brandon.
Brandon, good morning, brother.
Morning, man.
Good morning. How's your Super Bowl Monday going so far?
All right, heading to work, getting ready for the game.
That's right. So you're working but not working. That's kind of like us today.
Yeah, something like that. You know how it goes.
It is what it is, my man. All right, Jay, so go ahead, ask him the question.
Okay, so Brandon, good luck. How many Super Bowls has Tom Brady won?
6.
The answer is 6. Very good. Yeah. All right, man, we're going to get your information. Congratulations. Great job. And we are going to set you up with $25 worth of awesome, delicious food, courtesy of our friends at California Pizza Kitchen. Congratulations, man. Happy Super Bowl.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Wait, who are you rooting
Yeah, Brandon,
for?
is it going to be 7?
Kansas City, man.
Oh, Kansas City.
All right.
Why?
Going for the young dog, man. You got a new era nowadays, so the old dogs gotta retire someday.
Old dog's got to lie down. Go in the back. Go under the Jeep. Gotcha. Thanks. Hey, Brandon, hold on, Ken. I'll get your info.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. I love our reasons for rooting for, because it's always interesting on Guam. Obviously, we don't have a football team, we don't have a sports team, so people root for teams for like different reasons, right? And so a lot of people are rooting for Kansas City because the young gun, Pat Mahomes,
Yep.
right? And they kind of see it as like this young gun versus the old, like he just said, the old dog.
Right. And speaking of the old guard in this matchup, let's take a look at Brady and Mahomes taking the field today for the Super Bowl.
Right on. You just made that sound like a question.
Hey, it is what it is.
We're going to do this then. We got a whole bunch of supplemental national coverage from our partners at CBS. And this one from CBS, looking at, like Bree said, the matchup between the young gun and the old dog, the greatest of all time.
Football fans in Tampa are more than ready for Sunday's Super Bowl. And one of the great quarterback matchups of all time. It's Patrick Mahomes, one of the NFL's brightest young superstars, versus Tom Brady, the GOAT, widely considered the greatest of all time.
Is Tom Brady the GOAT?
Heck no.
Why do you think Tom is the better quarterback?
I just think he's got the more experience. Now he's at his 10th Super Bowl. Numbers don't lie.
Tell me why you think Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback.
He's young, he's fast, he's definitely not 43 years old.
Brady won 6 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and now he's looking for another in his first year with the Bucs.
win or lose, you just got to lay it all on the line. I think it's a great game to play in because everyone's watching.
Mahomes is only 25. He won his first Super Bowl last year with the Chiefs, and many are already calling him the baby goat or the kid.
The goal is to win as many Super Bowls as possible and to be playing this game every single year. And so I'm going to have that mindset every single time I hit the field is I'm trying to get back in this game and I'm trying to win it.
Jim Nantz and Tony Romo will call the game for CBS Sports.
Almost couldn't write a better script for us going into this game.
This is the biggest game Patrick Mahomes will ever play in for the rest of his career. It's the only way to catch Tom Brady.
25,000 fans in the stands and about 100 million viewers will find out Sunday who walks away with the glory. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Tampa.
Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Bucs. Kickoff, Jace, 9:30?
9:30. Two quarterbacks, I would dare say, not since Joe Montana took on a young Dan Marino in Super Bowl 19, way back in 1984, have we had two quarterbacks whose hair has been so on point.
Huh?
Today is a great day for quarterback hair.
It's a great hair day.
It's a great hair day.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to play this video, then we're going to jump outside. There's a whole bunch of stuff going outside as we're tailgating here with the link. Usually on Guam, tailgating makes people mad, but not today. So we're going to play this cool little video from our friend Tom Akigami, who just does all kinds of things. But one of the things that I like that he does is he is a master professional barbecuer who takes it on a whole other level, so high that I didn't even want to light the fire around this guy. I was like, what time's Tom coming? Okay, I'll light the fire after that, okay, because it is what it is.
The real deal here.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to play this video, and then we'll go out and talk with Tom, who brought us a cool little dish for our tailgate party here on the link.
Hey everybody, my name is Tom Akigami and I'm going to show you how to make some smoked pulled pork nachos for today's game. I'm going to take you through a step-by-step on the injection preparation before we prep the meat. Today we're using the Lagunitas Little Something. I like to put cross hatches on the fat. This is totally optional. You can do it, you don't have to do it. It's just my preference. And we're going to move on to the rub. Now, I like to use yellow mustard. You can use olive oil. Use whatever you have in the kitchen. So I start by applying some of this. This is a binder. You're not even going to taste the mustard after it's done cooking. It's just so it makes the rub that you're putting on there stick to the meat. I like to start from the bottom. That way when you turn it over, you get a nice rub on the top and it's not going to come off when it's moving on the grill. So, nice and even. Salt, pepper. You should get everything on the sides. Garlic powder. Just very light. Now we're going to work on the injection. We've got the IPA mix with the Lagunitas Little Something for today's injection with the garlic powder and salt. You want to inject in the mass of the meat, so get in there, get it, inject as you go out, and then change directions. You don't want to make too many holes in your meat or all the juice is going to leak out. Right. Directions, just like that. Now this adds flavor and it keeps the moisture going because we're going to be smoking this for several hours or about 8 hours, so you don't want it to dry out. And you want to repeat this till you get most of all the muscle. And then it's ready to go in the smoker. I'm using oak to smoke today. You can use apple wood, you can use hickory, mesquite, whatever you like. I like oak, so there we go. Oh man, it's raining. Got the smoker to temp, and we're ready to put them on. I got the 2 pork butts that I just prepared, and a baby back rib. If you're wondering how that came out, you can follow me on my Instagram. All right, let's put them in. At 3 hours in, I like to spray at about 3, check how everything's doing. So let's take a look. All right, looking pretty good. So remember what I told you about saving the injection? Well, I saved some of the injection, or all of it, whatever was left over. I put it into this spray bottle. I added some apple cider vinegar, and that's gonna be my spray. Couple more hours and we'll wrap them up. All right, we're about 6 hours in and just about ready to wrap these pork butts. Looking good. It's got a little bark forming. The fat is starting to crack over there. So we'll wrap it, put it back in, wait till it hits temp. So hopefully we get this done in 8 hours. Pulled out the pork butt, let it rest for a few hours, and it's ready to pull apart. So here we go. Assembly time. We're going to take some really good tortilla chips, layer a cast iron pan.
Masterclass in the art of barbecue from the man himself, Tom Akigami, a really good friend of ours. We've worked with him so many times, and we are proud to celebrate today's big Super Bowl with Tom himself, who actually joins us live. We're going to go outside our station right now at our KUM Super Bowl Central location. So let's go outside for Chris and Dave Delgado with Tom Akigami himself. Guys, what have you got?
We got Tom Akigami here, man. I don't even know what I prefer to you as, bro, but like I said, you're a pro level barbecuer. You must have been hanging around all those smoking wheels all those years. Yeah, it helps that when you put the bit together, it's something that you get used to. Check that out, man. These pork belly, this pork, what is this, pork butt nachos? Yeah, smoked pulled pork nachos.
How long did it take to make this?
Usually to smoke pork butt, it takes about 8 hours, but between opening and closing while filming and the rain and the wind, it took about 10. Yeah.
So I saw a little bit in that video. You had like this really cool little, It looked like you were about to, make a table or something with a little drill or.
Yeah. With the
What
injector
was that?
thing,
Yeah, injector.
It's just a large injector with different needles for, injecting. We're into large injectors here, guys. This is your large injector show. Here.
As you can see, I'm really inexperienced
Right.
with all of that stuff. It just looked really cool.
That's like taking nachos to the next level. I mean, I almost don't want to even eat it, but I mean, almost. It smells great. I can smell it from my mouth. I thought this is a great thing to have on the dish. But you know what I really love? I love the incorporated little something. And this is margaritas with a kick. This is like 80% or something alcohol. It's a great, it's something like that, man. It's one of my favorites. You guys get this, our partners at Lagunitas. So how did this play into that?
Well, with my pulled pork, I always like to inject it with a nice clean IPA, something that's very hoppy. So I chose Lagunitas for this cook, and came out great.
All right, so who's gonna try it?
Please, guys, dig in.
Yeah, Chris, you're the
Yeah, you smoke too.
Yeah, I'm the eater. Yeah, and smoking pork. Yeah, that's the skill right there. Look at the way the meat is just. What's this sauce on here, Tom?
A lime crema sauce. So it's sour cream, full cream, and lime juice with a little bit of barbecue rub. Just mix it up and then put it right over.
Now, what's the drizzle stuff right here?
That's
that's the one right there. That's the champ. Here we go, guys. I'm just gonna try this out just a little bit. I normally don't eat this type of stuff for breakfast. The eye roll, that's the one right there. Oh,
no.
The winner.
So who are you going for today? Chiefs or Bucs?
Maybe Kansas City.
Kansas City, why?
I don't know.
Just cause, right? Just cause.
Yeah, we're going Bucs.
Yeah. We already know why he's going for the Bucs.
Yeah, I can't go with the Chiefs.
Me, I'm going for the halftime show. So, anyway, we'll put it back inside. Jay.
Okay, so that is just the tip of the iceberg in the huge amount of content we have ready for you today as we get ready for kickoff, which is at 9:30 a.m. for the big Super Bowl. It is the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A whole lot more is coming up here, plus more trivia, more chances for you guys out there on the internet to win some cool food prizes. So please stay tuned. Our Super Bowl extravaganza will be back right after these messages.
The relationship between Guam and Manila, Philippines is undeniable as we share similar cultural traditions, history, and heritage, with generations of Filipinos calling Guam home. KUAM presents a monthly look at the capital city featuring in-depth and engaging interviews on everything from medical tourism to new business and government leaders. Veteran newscaster Nestor Lecanto delivers Beyond Our Borders. This special program is brought to you by the Bank of Guam and KFC. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On the link, Sabrina and I playing matchmaker. So get a love connection on the link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to KWAM.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love on the link. Hey, all right.
We got your 6
at 6 a.m. with the link on Breeze 93.9 FM. Bree and I connect you with all the latest news and information you need to know to start your day.
Then check back with Guam's news leader at 6 p.m. for the day's top headlines with KUAM News Primetime.
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and everything else in between with KUAM Digital, we got your 6.
Half a day in Mabuhay. I'm Ann Pobutsky. I'm the territorial epidemiologist for Guam. Wearing a face covering protects you and those around you. We know that COVID-19 can be spread by people who are not showing symptoms, which means they are asymptomatic. Because Guam remains at risk for significant community spread or transmission of the virus, it is a necessary precaution to wear a face covering when you are in public. Everyone must wear a face covering when they leave home, have it visible at all times, and put it on when they see others nearby. Face coverings are required for everyone when shopping at stores, seeking healthcare, and inside the workplace. Covering your face reduces the chance that you will unknowingly infect someone else if you are carrying COVID-19 but have no symptoms. Prevention saves lives. For more information, please call 311 or visit our website at dphss.guam.gov.
Make money, make sure you win. Get a good wife and a couple of kids. All eyes on you to carry a name that you didn't choose. And when you've had enough, you can't say a thing. Can't be the guy who sits and complains. And when it's hard.
Welcome back to The Link. Here we are on Super Monday. It's a completely unique experience on Guam. And you know what? Even though we're not in the same time zone as our friends in the States, I don't care what time zone you're in. Western, Pacific, Central, whatever, I would rather be here on the island because this is an experience completely unique to us. I love it. I got my friends outside getting food ready. I got my friends in here, and I got my friends on the internet, and we want to hook you guys up with some really cool prizes. So we have a gift certificate for some more food, and tell you what, this one is going to be for... I have got a $25 gift certificate from Pika's, and they want to make sure you are very well fed on this Super Bowl day. So... here's the next trivia question. We're doing these every half hour leading off to kickoff. Prince, the one and only Prince and the late Prince, performed Purple Rain in the Rain, which was an awesome performance, during halftime of Super Bowl 41. In that game, what two teams faced off? When Prince performed Purple Rain in the Rain, it was in Miami. It was in Super Bowl 41. It was 14 years ago. What two teams faced off? 2007. That was an amazing game.
And the number to call, if you know the answer, it is
637-0094, and we'll take the first correct caller. So if you know what two teams played the game when Prince performed Purple Rain, huge crowd. I remember, like, all of us around the station were all insanely glued to the screen because we're like, it's Prince, and he was playing, and it was an unbelievable performance. Prince sadly left us a few short years later, but what two teams squared off in that unforgettable Super Bowl when Prince performed at halftime? Call us, 637-0094 if you know the answer, and we will give you $25 worth of free food, $25 worth of food at Pika's.
Right, and as we wait for the correct answer, The Weeknd, he is the star of the show, at least for the halftime show for the Super Bowl today, and he was interviewed by media about what we should expect when he takes the stage.
Due to the COVID and for the safety of...
The behind-the-scenes work to put on this year's Super Bowl is a show 2 years in the making. And for CBS Sports, this season brought new challenges to overcome.
I think that's what makes us so good. We come for that moment. We attack that moment. We put the best product out there that we possibly can, and then we come right back and do it again.
The staff bringing you the broadcast both in front of the camera and behind is ready, with a new look to keep up with the action.
This game is hold your breath. There's going to be a big highlight coming at you every couple of minutes.
With the pandemic limiting game attendance, CBS Sports can actually put cameras in places never allowed before, bringing viewers new angles and closer to the game. 120 cameras from the ground to the air will be in and around Raymond James Stadium, including 18 robotic cameras and new gadgets typically reserved for major motion pictures. New tech for a Super Bowl filled with once-in-a-lifetime storylines.
As a football fan, this is as good as it gets. And I can tell you right now, in 30, 40 years from now, I have a funny feeling this might be the greatest matchup that, from a story perspective.
And with kickoff just 1 day away, the crew...
That was pretty much the only thing I got. Not sure.
Very nice.
What
okay, well, that is some of the
weekend.
amazing halftime entertainment you're going to expect today. But 14 years ago, Prince performed Purple Rain in 2007 in Miami while it rained. Amazing performance. In my opinion, the all-time best performance at a Super Bowl halftime show. We got a caller on the Breeze 93.9 hotline. Good morning, sir or ma'am. Half a day.
Are you there? Good morning.
Oops, okay. So if you the call got dropped, make sure to try again for $25 worth of food at Pika's restaurant. Prince performed Purple Rain in the Rain in the 2007 Super Bowl. What two teams competed in that Super Bowl?
The number again is 637-0094, 637-0094.
Yeah, I remember I was actually in Sabrina's office when the first touchdown in that very memorable Super Bowl happened. And there were actually, okay, a little bit of a hint. There were a lot of players that played in that game that went to the University of Florida and University of Miami. All of them played a pivotal role. So now let's go back to the phone line. Hafaday and good morning. Do you have the answer for our trivia question?
Would it be the Seattle Seahawks or the Broncos?
She said Seahawks? What was the answer again, ma'am?
Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos?
Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos. Is that the correct
Unfortunately, that
answer?
is incorrect. I'm sorry, but feel free to call again and try one more time. Good guess, though. That was a very good guess.
Half a day.
All right, we got another caller on there. Hafaday, have you got an answer for our Super Bowl trivia contest? What two teams met in the game when Prince performed in the Rain?
I believe that's when Peyton Manning won his championship, so that'll be with the Colts and the Bears.
And the answer is Colts and Bears. Correct.
Hey, congratulations. All right, who's on the phone? Who's on the phone?
This is Camden.
Hi, Camden. So who you got for today?
I'm rooting for Brady to win that 7th ring.
Are you a Tom Brady fan? Are you a fan of the Patriots or the Bucs?
Just a fan of Tom Brady.
Just a fan. Okay, well, hopefully, they come out the victors today.
Yeah. Hey, Camden, did you watch that? Were you watching that game when Peyton Manning won that? I mean, I remember very first touchdown of the game. It was Peyton Manning to Reggie Wayne, but that game was actually the very first time when Devin Hester, again, he's another University of Miami product, took the opening kickoff. Yeah. He went all the way to the house. That was a great game.
Yes, so the Bears. Yep.
Yeah, Rex Grossman at quarterback. He was doing a good job for the Bears, but they couldn't pull it off. Peyton Manning's first world championship. Of course, Peyton Manning now voted into the NFL Hall of Fame. So, Camden, stay on the line, and my guy Vic over here is going to get your contact information so we can hook you up with your prize, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Hey, congratulations, bro. Thanks so much for playing.
You too.
Enjoy the game today. Colts versus Bears. That is absolutely correct.
So you'll take care of him? All right. We are going to go into a commercial break. But still ahead, we've got Mayor from PD, Mayor Alec, and we've got Agate Mayor Kevin Siswico. We're going to check in with them with our weekly update. So stay tuned. You're listening to The Link.
The relationship between Guam and Manila, Philippines is undeniable as we share similar cultural traditions, history, and heritage, with generations of Filipinos calling Guam home. KUAM presents a monthly look at the capital city featuring in-depth and engaging interviews on everything from medical tourism to new business and government leaders. Veteran newscaster Nestor Lecanto delivers Beyond Our Borders. This special program is brought to you by the Bank of Guam and KFC. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On The Link, Sabrina and I playing Matchmaker. So get a love connection on The Link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to KWAM.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love on The Link. Hey, all right.
Half a day. Does your child have a hearing loss? We are parents of deaf and hard of hearing children and volunteers with Guam's Positive Parents Together. And we are here for you. We know how you feel and have walked in your shoes. We want to help you navigate your way through our educational and medical systems, and most especially, your emotional journey. Please visit us at www.guamparents.org for more information.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On the link, Sabrina and I playing matchmaker. So get a love connection on the link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to kwm.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love on the link. Hey, all right.
President of the Mayor's Council of Guam and Agate Mayor Kevin Siswico. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, this is something that we do weekly. We check in with the Mayor's Council to see what they've got going on and what is the latest in the villages. So, Mayor Alec, what's up?
Well, this morning, I think I wanted to share with you the progress of our Funeral Escort Policy Committee. It is an important issue for us because the larger villages have to deal with it at a more significant rate than the smaller villages. And so I was hoping that this committee, and they did actually, in fact, do their work, their homework, and they came up with a suggestion to the council, and we decided and we voted on that, or we agreed on how we were going to move forward with our funeral escort policy. And so in the very beginning, we wanted to take a look at how we could charge for it if it was necessary to charge, or how could we work with other agencies or other organizations in order to execute the funeral escort properly and safely. And so I think I'll turn it over to Mayor Kevin to talk more about it. I did ask him to chair the committee, and he's done a great job with it. And within a month, we were able to come to a resolution. And I think now we know what we're going to do as a council moving forward with the funeral escort. So I can turn it over to Mayor Kevin.
Hi, Mayor Kevin.
Again, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Guam, KUAM. So when in discussion with our committee, we decided that there's so many moving parts to the funeral escort plan, or even to a fee, right? Currently, as it's stated, even in the fee schedule, GPD is actually in charge of course, they actually have a fee schedule that's to be charged. And so when we looked into it further, the amounts are there, and we understood where their amounts were coming from. But we as a committee, we looked at it and we agreed that, the money is one, but then also liability is the biggest issue here that we have. And, our jobs as mayors is really just to help our constituents during their time of need, most especially during death in the family, especially if it's unexpected. And so we know that the times are hard now. We know that sometimes even $150, which is what we're looking at, could go a long way for a family that pretty much is trying to just make ends meet. And so we decided to go ahead and just leave it with GPD and still just assist our constituents as needed with the funeral escorts and where we can. Like Mayor Alex said, sometimes in the larger villages, sometimes they'll have 3, sometimes they'll have 4. In Agate, we've tried on one given day 3, and it's very taxing. And so we try our best as mayors to accommodate for safety purposes for the funeral escorts, but it's very taxing, of course, on our staff and on our vehicles, on our fleet. But nevertheless, for the safety of our constituents, we'll try our best to always be there. So putting this fee on schedule is probably not something that the mayors are looking at moving forward with. Again, only because of liability. We should just table it and leave it with GPD. We did meet with the chief of police, and it was a great meeting. He gave us a lot of insight to actually what happens, and we're thankful for him for even offering additional training, traffic training for for our employees and for the mayor. So that way we really know exactly what's going on out there when we are out there escorting for our funerals.
All right. So the current policy is really just to leave it up to the Guam Police Department?
That's correct.
Okay.
Right now, as it stands, so GPD, the way it's written in their fee schedule is that it's, I believe, $43 multiplied by 2 for no minimum for a minimum of 2 hours, and then after that, every hour after that would be charged an hourly rate. So again, we could charge so that way it could help us, most especially during this hard times with the budget cuts. But at the same time, we're looking more of liability concerns, and of course, once we start to assess the fee, as Mayor Luis mentioned, it's almost like we're obligated. And if anything should happen out there, we will be fully responsible. And we know how great the insurance is with the government of Guam. We don't want to put ourselves in a situation.
Mayor, can we also get an update then on the homebound vaccinations? Mayor Alec?
Okay,
you
so
sent something this morning.
Well, just to close out, if you don't mind, to close out the funeral escort policy,
Okay.
I think, Mayor Kevin, we did talk about other organizations that volunteer to help us with the escort and their actual role in it. And so it is commendable that the motorcycle clubs come out to help with the funeral escorts, because for us as mayors, some of us only have we have 5 maintenance staff plus our office staff, and if we have to deploy our office staff to escort as well because of the route, then that just kind of closes our office for a short time. But allowing other organizations to help us with the escort is, like I said, is commendable, but at the same time, there's the liability issue and whether or not they're actually permitted to stop traffic. So I know that Mayor Kevin and his committee delved into that a little bit, and we're hoping that with the GPD training that Mayor Kevin is arranging, we'll be able to discuss that even further, because it's not only about the money that in the fee schedule, but it's also really about the safety of not only our personnel but the people of Guam, right? Because of the liability issue. And like Mayor Kevin said, and he mentioned about the insurance of the government of Guam, and it's not, you kind of don't want to hit a government vehicle because your vehicle might not get repaired, but at the same time, we're talking about livelihood, right? So we want the safety of everyone, our employees, and as well as the residents. So I want to thank Mayor Kevin for that, because it was some work to get to. It's always been lingering, and we've never really come to a clear consensus as to what we're going to do. So I'm hoping that'll, that their work will suffice for us. Getting into the homebound, we're still waiting on the total count of homebound vaccinated last week, but I do know that they are working at least on Agate today, and the rest of the north, as well as Global Dorm. That's an issue for a lot of people. So those residents at the Global Dorm will be vaccinated this week.
How many people do you have registered to be vaccinated in Agate, Mayor?
I'm not sure what the total numbers are as far as how many were vaccinated and what is left.
Oh no, in Agate.
Oh, in Agate. Okay.
Yeah, Mayor.
The numbers were constantly going up. So as residents were hearing that there was going to be a homebound, a lot of them were just contacting directly to the 311 and scheduling their homebound. So we do have a listing here at the office, but I think that listing has increased in number. Of course, we're not only trying to accommodate those that are core with their mobility issues, but then if there's only one caregiver, we ask that question, that will they be able to also receive the vaccination, since it is hard to leave their loved one who's at home. So I'm sure the number has increased since the last time we've updated, and most especially since, again, they were contacting public health directly to schedule these appointments.
Have you guys had any issues with the homebound vaccinations? I remember early on, when They changed the criteria at the last minute. Any issues that have come about, Mayor Alec, that you've heard?
So no issues so far. I do know that public health was a little behind in the very beginning, but we were able to work that out, and they were able to communicate with the residents, the homebound residents, and ultimately everyone on our lists was vaccinated. And as Mayor Kevin said, our numbers increased because more and more people are hearing about it, which is a good thing. And so we're seeing that the numbers are increasing.
And I think
I don't know if Mayor Kevin had any issues. Do you have any issues, Mayor Kevin, with your homebound?
We'll see at the end of today.
Yeah.
That's right.
There was something, Mayor.
So, but you know, the hardest part about scheduling for homebound, of course, is that, you know, everyone wants to try and get onto homebound, right? They've heard stories of we're going to line up for hours. The seniors lined up for hours. And so everyone was just trying to cram into this homebound schedule, thinking that this was the best way to get their vaccine. And so, you know, as they call in, we have our questions that we're asking them here in our office. And, you know, we're trying to lead them more to go to these sites that are actually there for the, you know, for the public, and not just lean on the homebound, because we already know that particular part of the vaccine is already taxed as it is, you know. So I guess just going through the motion of and the questions every time somebody calls in is really, you know, it's helpful. Because then by the time they get out there, they have questions and they're frustrated. Well, you came for mom, but you cannot give the vaccine to the entire family, right? So again, you know, for these types of homebound, again, if you're able to go, then, you know, we recommend that you go, and not just wait until somebody comes to your home to give those that really need it the care and the vaccine.
That was something that I'm actually glad that you're on, Mayor Kevin, because I had seen some video of erosion down at, I think it's at the Nimitz Beach Park area. Are you, I'm sure you are familiar. Have you been bringing that to the attention of, I guess, Guam EPA or Parks and Recs? Because the video looked like it's pretty bad.
At the Nimitz Beach Park area?
I think it's at Nimitz Beach Park area. There's it's video where the water is coming in, and it's created like almost like a, I don't want to say river, but you could tell that it's the area is eroding, the erosion in the area with the water and inching its way towards the road.
So we have brought up that concern with the administration in past and the current administration now, and so right now we're addressing all of the power poles that are on Route 2 that are actually in almost basically eroded away in the bottom, and so we're addressing those concerns right now with the administration. And as far as I'm almost certain I know exactly what you're talking about, and so that has caused not only from all of the heavy rains that are coming down, and, you know, as it's been flooded in that area, we haven't seen that type of flood in Agate in, gosh, I can't even put it out, but you know, since we've taken office in the last few years, it's just the amount of rain that has come down has just done so much damage to the coastline area, and so we have put that in. You know, even though it's still a DPR property, but, you know, it's still within our jurisdiction of the village. And so, you know, we're working hand in hand with them to make sure that they try and do their best, right, without causing more erosion. And so, again, one of the issues that we have down here is anything that has to do with the rivers or the coastline, we have to get in Army Corps involved. And so it's just a process that takes some time, but we're hoping before we lose our beach that it does come through. So this conversation has taken place with the administration, and so hopeful that they'll address it, maybe with boulders or some kind of solution.
Any other updates from you, Mayor Alec?
Sure, I have two other issues that I'd like to share with you. I think we're excited to let everyone know that the mayors did go through another cycle of citation training with the Judiciary of Guam. And so that citation training was to help mayors and vice mayors properly issue the citation, actually write the citation and submit the citation for disposition. I know that that's always been an issue because we now have the citation books, but we still need, we didn't go through extensive training like other police officers, right? And so we're able to do that a few weeks ago, and we're looking forward. Hopefully by next week, we'll be able to have a training with GPD to actually identify actual violations and the best practices on how to actually give citations based on the violations that we see. And this citation really is not about making people pay and trying to get money from people. It's all about really keeping Guam clean and keeping Guam safe. And so under our authority, we're able to cite for illegal dumping, environmental issues of that sort, and as well as of course, the dog leash law if there's any violations to that. And with the dog leash law and with the illegal dumping, there's so many different violations that actually could occur. And so with the training with GPD, hopefully next week, more mayors and vice mayors will be equipped to properly give those citations. So we are looking forward to that, really just on a positive note. And then the last thing is something that many of us have actually been worried about and concerned about for many years, and we're hoping to come to resolution with it, is the district boundaries. So I've appointed the vice mayors, the 7 vice mayors of Guam, to make up the district boundaries committee, and they will work on mapping the different villages and plotting the boundaries for each village. And of course, that will definitely be out for public input. We'll definitely have some town halls for it. And based on the committee's recommendations, we'll send that for ratification. And Mayor Kevin can probably attest to it, perhaps. But for example, Agana and Hagutnya and Agana Heights. So where's the actual boundary between Triangle Park? Where does Triangle Park belong, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one. The other one could be Agana Heights and Sinahanya. Where does it end and where does it begin? For us in PT, Nimitz Hill is divided into Nimitz Hill, Asan Meina, Nimitz Hill, PT. But what is actual PT and what is actual Asan Meina? So that committee is very important for us as mayors and vice mayors as we do our work for the village. And also it's important for the residents because you probably know last election there was an issue, and I know there was, PD was part of that issue. And for years, we've always known this lane to be Pasan Meina and this road to be PT. So the committee will look at historical data. The committee will look at personal interviews, and that's how they will proceed. So look forward to that. I'm excited to present that to the council and to the people of Guam, because I think it's very important for us to know finally where we actually live.
No, I think that's great, because we always, when breaking news happens on our end and we try and give in our group chats, like, oh, go to Barragata. No, you sure that's Manila? And it just goes on and on and on. So that's good to hear that you guys are doing that. And man, Mayor, when we first interviewed you, right? Mayor Kevin, you're right, because I had messaged you on another incident, and you're right. It ended up being Santa Rita. Mayor, yeah. Okay, so Mayor, before we let you go, we're gonna check out the tailgate party we've got going on outside. Who you guys got for the Super Bowl today? Mayor Alex?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
So I heard Chris earlier, but I spoke to Mayor Kevin over the weekend, and I said, hey, let's talk about let's share the policy, the committee report with the people of Guam, and I said, and we're looking for mayors and vice mayors who are into the Super Bowl and who are they supporting, and he says he's going all out, and then he ends with "Go Lakers."
Oh my
So
gosh.
I figured, well, you know what, Mayor Kevin is a big football fan, that's for sure.
That's the reason why there's only 2 mayors on the Zoom today.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Hey, I'm not a big. I don't follow football too well, but I certainly know the Lakers aren't playing today.
Well, you know.
But you know what? Like I told someone yesterday, I'll support the Chiefs because they're more cultural. If you support the Buccaneers, Magellan would have never come to Guam.
Well, thank you guys. Good.
You're welcome.
All right.
Good
Take
luck
care.
to your team.
All right. I don't really have one, but it's okay. Well, Super Bowl 55 again kicks off today, and for the 21st time, you'll be seeing it on CBS. While the hype leading up to the game has been going on all season, planning for football's biggest production takes years. Once again, here is Skylar Henry.
The behind-the-scenes work to put on this year's Super Bowl is a show 2 years in the making. And for CBS Sports, this season brought new challenges to overcome.
I think that's what makes us so good. We come for that moment. We attack that moment. We put the best product out there that we possibly can, and then we come right back and do it again.
The staff bringing you the broadcast both in front of the camera and behind is ready, with a new look to keep up with the action.
This game is hold your breath. There's going to be a big highlight coming at you every couple of minutes.
With the pandemic limiting game attendance, CBS Sports can actually put cameras in places never allowed before, bringing viewers new angles and closer to the game. 120 cameras from the ground to the air will be in and around Raymond James Stadium, including 18 robotic cameras and new gadgets typically reserved for major motion pictures. New tech for a Super Bowl filled with once-in-a-lifetime storylines.
As a football fan, this is as good as it gets. And I can tell you right now, in 30, 40 years from now, I have a funny feeling this might be the greatest matchup that, from a story perspective.
And with kickoff just 1 day away, the crew is ready to deliver the greatest game possible for millions of viewers.
120 cameras on the field and around the stadium at Raymond James today covering this game for CBS, and you guys are going to be able to watch it when Super Bowl kicks off live. 9:30 a.m. is the kickoff. But our guy Dave Delgado is here in the Zoom room, and he's brought some friends here, and they are rocking some really, really good gear. Dave, who you got?
Yeah, I got Andrew Apatang, coach for the Ukadu Bulldogs and the Guam Packers for the Youth Football League. And my homie Alex Escaraga out in Miami representing the Bucs. Man, big game, Super Bowl 55. Right off the bat, I know Alex is going for the Bucs. I got the Bucs as well. Drew, who you got in this game?
I like the Bucs, man. I can't go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, and let's talk about this matchup. Okay, so the last time Tampa Bay met up with Kansas City, the Chiefs barely pulled off the win. That was a game where they scored 17 points in the first quarter. I definitely don't see that happening in this game. Under the bright lights, KC scoring 17 points in the first quarter.
Nah, that's definitely not going to happen this time around. The defense has come together a lot over the last half of the season. So with both of our safeties now hopefully playing in the game starting tonight, it's going to be a tougher task for Kansas City to put up those points tonight. So, we got to focus in on Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, maybe double team both of those, take away the number one options, and then have somebody else try and beat us. So we'll see.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say the biggest highlight, I think, is going to be the defensive stand. I think you got two prominent edge rushers going against rookies or backup tackles. So that's going to be a big emphasis. Big shout out to Shaq Barrett coming from the Broncos, going to help the Bucs.
hey, we'll take the help. We'll take the help. So, it doesn't hurt having the GOAT on the team too. So, Tom Brady's a welcome match.
That's right. And the whole slew of high-rated receivers they got for targets. Not to mention Gronk at the tight end position. So it looks good for the Bucs.
Yeah, well, when you talk about that last game with the Chiefs, and I think Tom Brady probably played his worst half of football that he could probably play. The defense really not in sync that game. Tom Brady and the offense punted the ball 4 straight times, not even getting points on the board before that, but 3 of those drives ended in 3 and outs. Brady threw the ball 41 times. He threw 2 interceptions. They only rushed the ball 13 times. I think if they have a little bit more balance, then the time of possession falls in favor of the Buccaneers, because last meeting, the Chiefs had 13 more minutes time of possession. When you want to beat the Chiefs, you want to keep Mahomes on the sideline.
Yeah, so that, again, the running game is going to be a big factor tonight. Everybody's been talking about it all over the sports networks. But, if Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette are both feeling good tonight, get their carries in, and the O-line does its job, this time of possession is going to be a huge factor. And Tom Brady knows how to take care of the ball, but if he's forced to do some things down the line, it's going to change some things up for Kansas City. So we'll hopefully hold the ball running it good tonight. We're going to need it.
I would agree. I also know that, the GOAT himself, he likes those long stretch passes. But I think this year he's actually learned to appreciate the little dinks and dunks that he's used to with Wes Welker. So I think also to complement the defense, stopping the Chiefs and kind of holding them to either 3 points, because you can contain them, right? And that's the hope. But if you can minimize the damage to 3 points, and then maximize the dinks and dunks, and then kind of prolong the game from the offensive standpoint, I think they stand a great chance.
Tampa Bay 3 of 9 on third downs. That doesn't seem like Tom Brady numbers to me. And when you talk about just staying on the field more, keeping the defense fresh, because those edge rushers with Pierre Paul and Shaquille Barrett, I think those guys coming off the edge. And the big difference to me is Vita Vea didn't play that game. And man, when watching that guy play from the D tackle spot, he's blowing up the lineman, taking them from the line of scrimmage 3 yards into the backfield, and that's definitely going to set up the edge rushers there when he's able to get pressure on the quarterback in the middle.
We all know the effects of a big Samoan on the O-line and D-line. Shout out to Mike Smoo and the boys. But definitely him back, that's a solid double team. That leaves 1-on-1 for the edge pass rushers. As long as the corners can keep their guys in front of them, let the edge rushers do the job, force Patrick to make some error throws, and then defense for sure is going to take advantage of them. So the ball's not on where it needs to be. Granted, Patrick can't put it where it needs to be on the run. We should be able to take advantage, grab these INTs. Hopefully, pick 6 tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I think the other key part to that whole front line is, yes, as you mentioned, the secondary. You got to put clamps on them early, just enough time for the edge rush to come. Now, I would say that we can't get overzealous on the edge rush, because Pat can move on his legs, and once he breaks the pocket, he's accurate as most quarterbacks is on the run. So we got to put a contained package in. We might have to bring the pressure every once in a while, and to make sure our secondary holds tight.
Yeah, with Patrick Mahomes, they always say extending plays, and he can definitely hurt you on the run, making those crazy throws. But a lot of times, too, the defenses bail him out, because in crucial downs, there might be a defensive, encroachment, offsides, a pass interference, something on the defense. If they're not playing sound football, then the big plays come, and that's when Tyreek Hill gets open, and then the defense expects the flag, expects the whistle, guys stop playing, but the offense is still going, and that's when you give up those big plays.
Yeah. So these guys got to stay on it. Like they're the guys assigned to the key players, and Travis and Tyreek need to just stay focused on that. So you got to keep that focus. Keep them in front of you. Don't get burnt. Talk to your safeties in the back. Make sure nothing gets over the top. Obviously, depends on the defensive play being called. And and just they're gonna have to step their game up. They're playing one of the top and one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and one quick move, one quick step, and you bite, it's gone. He's gone, and he can take it for a 10-yard pass, and he's gone for 70 yards down the field, no problem. So everything has to stay in front of us tonight.
I agree, man. Tyreek Hill is a monster. Honestly, playing devil's advocate, I didn't want this to be a Bucs show, but I am a little worried about Tyreek Hill and his speed, man. The other component that I think that we're missing is the third phase of football, which is the special teams. I think that in itself, the beginning portion of it, getting good field position early, and then, the laser speed of their returner is something to be, taking notice. And so we got to also put clamps on that, because, what's the strategy if you keep Mahomes on the sideline, but your returner is taking it all the way to the house? So we got to lock that down as well.
Yeah, you talk about field positions and making sure that you do start, your possession, hopefully, not too deep in your own territory. And that's the big key right there. You talk about special teams, and it's Jaden Mickens. The game against Green Bay, he had real good returns. He was averaging like 24 yards a return. He had a big 43-yard return there in one of the plays. And I think, he brings that speed that you need to get a good return and put your offense on the field in good field position, because if you only have to work a certain amount of field and you have a field goal kicker that can get you at least 3 points, it puts you in a better situation where, Tampa Bay only scored, I think, 7 points in the first half in their last meeting, but turned it up in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Mike Evans, he can't get off slow. He has to get off to an early start and make things happen.
Yeah, so again with the special teams, we got lucky in that Green Bay game. They had 2 good returns that changed the aspect of the championship. But again, Tampa Bay has a lot of weapons all around. The running backs do need to get it going, but you have Chris Godwin, we have Antonio Brown, we have Mike Evans. These are guys that can beat their mans one-on-one. Throw in the mix Scotty Miller coming out on screens or one-on-one with linebackers in the slot position. And that's something that's going to be we need to take advantage of that tonight, those one-on-one matchups. Put the ball in there for Mike Evans to out-jump somebody. Get Godwin on a crossing route where you can get 2 or 3 steps on a defender. And then get Scotty Miller one-on-one with a linebacker. And it's over, man. We can get these points, so.
Yeah, I would say though that this game, I guess the matchup in itself slightly different, but it also has all the implications of Super Bowl 50. You have a high-powered offense coming to a up-and-coming defensive lockdown unit. So, and they say, man, defense wins championships, but it also is something to be mentioned that Tom Brady and the Super Bowl. The chemistry there, and then just as you listed the arsenal of the offensive, the offensive side. I would say that if they get on track and they get within the red zone, I think the Bucs can score at will. I think the Chiefs, they rank really low in red zone defense. So if we can get the ball somewhere in that realm of field of play, I think it's a 7.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. Predictions. I got the Bucs winning 33-30.
I'm gonna have to go 27-21 Bucs.
Let's go 28-31 Bucs. Hold out.
All right, well, it's going to definitely be a good game. Super Bowl 55 going down right here on the stations of KUAM. TV 11, Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Guys, appreciate the time. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks,
appreciate it. We'll see you.
Yep. Take it easy.
Stand by.
Stand by.
All right, and here we are. So it is time to do some trivia again, and now I've got a $20 gift certificate for you if you can answer this next Super Bowl trivia question about the very first Super Bowl. $20 at KFC, and that goes a long way. You're going to be able to enjoy the big game the right way thanks to our friends at KFC. The question is, the first Super Bowl was played in what year? The very first Super Bowl, what then was known as the AFL NFL Championship, Super Bowl I. It was played in California, and also, like today's contest, it featured the Kansas City Chiefs, who, again, were the away team. So give us a call, 637-0094, if you know Super Bowl I was played in what year. Give us a call, and you will win $20 worth of KFC. Delicious food from our friends over at KFC, and you'll be able to enjoy the big game the big way. So Super Bowl I, the very first Super Bowl, was played in what year? Give us a ring right now, 637-0094. Vic is standing by, and if you have the answer, what year was Super Bowl I played? That goes a ways back. That game featured a huge number of Hall of Famers. Ray Nitschke, Paul Hornung, the great Vince Lombardi, and we got somebody on the line right now. And let's go to the phone line. Hafaday and good morning. Do you have the correct answer to our question about when Super Bowl I was played?
Yes, in 1967.
And the correct answer is 67. You are correct. Great job. All right, you've got $20 worth of KFC food coming your way. Can I ask your name?
Ken Ariola.
All right, Ken Ariola. Hey, great job, Ken. Stay on the line real quick, and then my guy Vic is going to get your information. So congratulations. Thanks for playing. And, Matt, we hope you really enjoy the big game. Who have you got today, Chiefs or Bucs?
The Bucs.
Bucs, you want to give us a score prediction?
21-37 Bucs.
21. All right. Very, very good. All right. Ken, thanks again for playing. Vic's going to get your contact information so that we can get you your prize. Thanks again. Let's go outside now to the KUM barbecue cam where Sabrina and Chris have a lot going outside. We're being socially distant. We're doing things safe. We're also having a lot of fun. So, guys, what have you got for us outside the station with the barbecue?
Right on. We're on the Chris cam right now, Jay. I brought my old portable. I call it Big Red. And here we go. I can smell the Jack Daniels. So what they had me do, our friend Kimmy had me do like a Jack Daniels marinade. So I did a Jack Daniels short rib. There's like a cup of Jack Daniels in there and a whole bunch of stuff. And then I did some pork belly with Jack Daniels and apple cider vinegar and a little bit of garlic. So Bree already tested the smoked meat. And then we have Double D's famous Tanala here. This is the spicy one. It's freaking, man, it's freaking old, man. This one is Dave. So Bree only wants to eat Dave's smoked meat.
I tried yours.
Yeah, this is the one I put the Jack Daniels on. So, you know, the challenge with this Jack is that it's going to drive up your heat a little bit. So we're just kind of, going, I know when I was towards barbecue, it's like, we just want to get it over with. But we're kind of chilling because I don't get to barbecue at work every day, so I really want to stretch it out. So we're going slow and low here with these short ribs and the pork belly. We also got some lobster over here. And we're going to have some corn on the cob with our butter later. So that's the Barnett side. Corn on the cob, guys. We got to go all set up here. We're going to do some drinks with Kimmy later on at the Breeze. And we got cornhole right here.
Cornhole.
Yep, let's go.
Oh, wait. Here's Bucs, right?
Dave, of course, rooting for the Bucs because there was an unfortunate incident last year with his team.
I don't know how far we're supposed to go right here.
Is that regulation, guys?
Oh, wow.
Oh. Yep. Here we go, Bree. Just like beer pong, Bree.
Oh.
Yep, see? I said beer and Breeze steps it up. Oh, damn.
I get one.
Yeah, she won. I see she had a technique where she was hanging the bag. So.
Wait, you gonna do it again?
Oh yeah, hanging the bag, hanging the bag. She's a natural. Dang, Bree. Oh, 4. Ouch. Ah.
Chiefs.
She's classy.
There you go. Bree, she used to play shuffleboard back in the day, so she dusted off her shuffleboard game. Yeah, we're doing cornhole out here. We got Tom came by with the nachos earlier. That's just basically a big old tailgate party here. Here comes Tintin. I'm just trying to go down the list. So we've got the meat. We're gonna have lobster. We got corn. Betty Ann's bringing rice. I don't know who's bringing fin and Denny though. That's a major fail. And then coming up on the link, we got Will Parkinson. Will Parkinson, if you guys know, he's the guy who puts the bowl in Super Bowl. He's with the Cannabis Control Board, and he's going to come on and talk about this micro licensing thing that they were discussing last week at their meeting, which would basically mom and pop the marijuana industry, so that lower level, lower income people would somehow get a license to maybe produce or sell cannabis. I'll let him do the talking. That's coming up here on the link. We're going to throw back to the guys in studio. Again, we're out here barbecuing, tailgate party at the KUM Studios in Harmon. One more time on the short rib can. Going pretty good. Throw it in the comments. Am I an okay barbecuer or? I am. That's good. I'm pretty okay. Sorry. All right, back to you guys in the studio. My name's Chris.
All right, Barnett working extra hard, working the grill, working the phone system. Sabrina has got the cornhole game. She had like a triple shot right there. Really good shot by her. They're still playing out there. Joser's got that. I want to say we got some feedback already on Chris's barbecue savvy. Debbie Davis says, "OMG, Chris, those look delicious." We also got a shout out from Alabama. So the Gulf Coast coming to us. Lulu Bell Calip says hello to us on this Super Bowl Monday here on the island. And Mary Jesus Mendiola says, "Yum." Speaking of cooking, everybody, we got some feedback from Debbie Davis, our dear friend. So Mama Bear is coming to us from Bardstown, Kentucky. And she says, "I'm fixing," check this out, Vic, "pulled chicken barbecue sandwiches, nachos with sausage cheese queso, and barbecue smoked turkey sausage." And that's just the main entree. For dessert, she's got apple pie or blackberry cobbler, which Joser was drooling all over last week. The blackberry cobbler looked amazing. And ice cream. That's how you eat on the Super Bowl.
I think one of the coolest thing about Super Bowl is, of course, we have the game. And there are so many parts to it. You have the big game, which is the main focus. And then you have the halftime show. And then you have the food. I think it's a really an awesome, all these things together. It just makes a great day. And especially for us here on Guam, we get to enjoy it on a Monday morning while everybody is enjoying it on a Sunday. We're kicking things off, starting our Monday off with a big, amazing game. And like I said here, with the whole team, with a lot of things here. We got the food outside. We got the drinks outside. We got the, what do you call that? The cornhole.
Okay. Sabrina is sitting back in her chair. Now, okay, for those of you who have never been to our Harmon studios, we're not exactly like the biggest facility. I mean, we don't have like Amazon, right? Their small facilities are like 9 football fields long. You saw Dave was in here. He went right outside, started playing cornhole. So Sabrina is back. I never knew your cornhole game was that strong. You were good.
You kicked butt.
Were you? It looked like you were aiming shallow and trying to make them like slide in instead of trying to go like straight for the Steph Curry shot. So what was your whole strategy? And do you work on that because you're really good?
No, it's probably like second.
You got that
first time for sure this year I played cornhole. Probably second time in the past 2 years I played cornhole. But I do have I bought my son during the quarantine lockdown. A cornhole set that they had at Kmart.
Oh wow!
But yeah, for him. So I never really played it, but
there you go.
Fairly easy to throw a beanbag into a hole, as you can see. If I could do it, anybody can do it. This is fun. Could you imagine though if you add in the alcohol? I probably wouldn't even be that great, or maybe I would be like even better. Like not even miss one.
I think Bree's whole thing is her Patrick Mahomes shuffle pass. Her side pass.
Very nice.
She got that whole technique, so I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great party down out there.
You know how it is when if you're a competitive type of person. Once there's a challenge, you're like, okay, let's step it up and let's go hard or go home. And so that's pretty much how I am.
She's got that Mamba mentality going on.
Let's go.
Okay, and Vic, you got Ken's information, right, about his
What'd I do with my phone?
Is Ken still on the phone? Ken Ariola?
Oh yes, he's still on the phone.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna grab his information
Okay,
when we go
tell
on
you
break.
what. While we're doing that, it's almost we're coming up on the bottom half of the hour. So let's do another trivia because we want to make sure that people are well fed today. Because whoops. And there goes my phone. Okay, not cracked. That's always a good thing. Tell you what, I've got another Pika's gift certificate, $25 to Pika's.
Yeah.
You guys can get some really, really good grub. Let's do trivia again. We want to give you guys prizes because today's an amazing day. Everybody wins in the Super Bowl. So, got me, Joe, sir? All right, here we go. The next trivia question is, what was the first wild card team to win a Super Bowl?
Ooh.
The first team who started as a wild card, they barely made the playoffs, but they went all the way and they won the whole thing, World Championship. The first wild card team to win the Super Bowl. And just give us a ring at 637-0094, and you can win a $25 gift certificate from Pika's. This one's a little challenging. You may have to Google this one. You may have to go into your memory banks. The first wild card team to win a Super Bowl. Optimally, I would like the team and the year. And this one goes back a ways. Because remember, the first wild card team to win a Super Bowl. Put on your thinking caps, guys, and let us know. Because I want to give you guys $25 to let Pika's hook you guys up for a really, really good, assumedly, lunch.
And we'll get to, if you know the answer, again, call 637-0094.
Yep.
And we're going to take a break, and then hopefully we'll get your winner.
Okay, so the first team, the first wild card team to win it all, to win the big dance, who was that? I'll take the team name and the year. If you can pull that off, we're going to set you up with $25 worth of Pika's. What are we doing? We doing Cover Me now?
Can we do Cover Me, Vic? Yeah,
Okay.
all right. We've got Cover Me. It's with Fat Tofu. Self-Respect from their Binary Sunset Sessions.
Yeah, you guys are this is really going to get you in the mood for the big game. Love Fat Tofu.
Yeah, again, you know the answer, 637-0094.
Yep.
1 time, 2 times, 7 times.
Okay, welcome back to The Link. Let's go to our phone line now to see if anybody can answer our trivia question correct. What was the first wild card team to win a Super Bowl? And Vic, who we got on the line? Afternoon, good morning. Welcome to The Link. Do you know who the first wild card team was to win the Super Bowl?
Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders.
Okay. And can you also give me the year? Do you know what year that was?
1980.
Okay, the answer is Raiders 80. I mean, they played in 81 because they played in January, but it was for the 1980 season. Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
And of course, that team was coached by Tom Flores, who is now a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, voted in yesterday, very deservedly so. The first Latino starting quarterback and the first Latino head coach to win a Super Bowl. So, ma'am, what's your name?
Jane Benitez.
Jane, okay, great job, Jane. So we are going to set you up with $25 worth of food at Pika's. So congratulations. We hope you have a wonderful lunch or breakfast.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Okay, and can I ask, who are you for in today's game? You got the Chiefs or the Bucs?
Kansas City.
Kansas. Okay. Do you have any family in KC?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, please stay on the line, and Vic is going to get your contact information. We're going to let you know how we can set you up with your prize. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Great job, Jane. Congratulations. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
All right. Good times, good vibes, good people, and good prizes. So we got a couple more of these things to give away before kickoff. But Bree, we got some more business to do as far as going in the Zoom room. Because joining us right now is a member of the Cannabis Control Board, our buddy Will Parkinson.
You were gonna say Will Sparkinson, weren't you?
No, I was trying to unmute. Will Parkinson, who is rocking the colors, it seems, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not sure if that's just a coincidence, but Will's also grown a playoff beard, it seems.
With the Bucs, yeah, this is my playoff beard. I'm going with the Bucs this year. I gotta root for the legend of Tom Brady.
Oh, so it's just because of Tom Brady, or because you've been a Bucs fan?
Hell yeah, no, it's just so big on Tom Brady. My team is the Seahawks, so I'm bandwagon riding at this point.
Oh, there you go, there you go. Well, we wanted to bring you on today to talk about the last meeting. I know there's all the drama with Tumon, but there was something that you guys discussed. It was last week, right? Was it one of the reporters like, oh, they were talking about Monumco and weed and. I'm not even sure. So what's going on?
Well, one of the big things that we were discussing last meeting was the micro licenses. The micro licenses that we have thought up for smaller growers. Because one of the things that came up in my research when I was looking at the capital investments for even the 2,500 square foot facility, they're quite high and unreachable for the average everyday person. And so I wanted to put in a size of cultivator that can be accessible to regular mom and pop farmers who want to try it without having to break the bank to get into the industry. And I see this as sort of a potential bridge, lots of small growers can enter the market at this level. And if they do well at the 500 square foot level, that gives them an opportunity to move up into the bigger levels if they so choose, or even stay there. But what the whole purpose of the micro licenses is for accessibility to regular people. We're trying to make it accessible to regular people. We don't want it to be shut out so just the big players are involved.
Mm-hmm. Can you kind of break that down? So we could go to the neighborhood mom and pop store and buy some weed?
Yeah, that's kind of how I would love to see it that way. I would love to see it that way where, small mom and pop stores could go to a little corner store like they do now. But, who knows if we could get my vision as liberal as I want it. But if I had my choice, we would regulate this like a potato.
So I'd like 6 empanada and 6 sticks of marijuana, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, can I have some infused empanadas, some vanilla snabu with some goodies in it?
Wow. So is this something that you thought up, or is it something that people were coming to you saying, "Hey, man, we really need to get something like this going and bring it down to the little
No, this
people"?
was something I was thinking up when I was doing my due diligence on capital requirements,
Mhm.
because I was looking at capital requirements, and you're still near $1 million for the smallest possible cultivating facility. Like that, no one's got $1 million out sitting around, and it's especially hard to get capital financing for cannabis businesses because banks won't do loans on cannabis because of they're spooked by the federales.
Mhm. So when you brought this to your colleagues on the board, what were they saying?
Actually, they responded really favorably to it, which is really good. Like I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to get something good in for the micro licenses because it was well received by the board. We'll have to hammer out a few details and whatnot regarding how to implement it, but for the most part, I think we're going to get the micro licenses in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the micro licenses are important for a second reason is they give us a way to integrate the gray market into our legal industry. Because right now, I'm sure there are a ton of very talented growers who have their own operations going right now. But by the very nature of their operations, they can't be too big. They're probably going to be right around 500 square feet at best. So even allowing these type of licenses, it gives them an opportunity to come out of the gray market and legitimize themselves without changing their business model too much.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just there's a bunch of different ways you could slice the benefits of micro licensing. Another one is that I believe micro licensing would be very consumer friendly because it would be a factor in the dropping of the prices of cannabis. Because as you know, cannabis can be quite expensive. And so I want you to consider the phenomenon of what just happened in the last 12 months or so. When legalization was going down, the average price of cannabis was probably about $900 an ounce. You know, it was pretty pricey. But since legalization has happened, the price of cannabis has dropped to about $500 an ounce, a significant drop. And I credit that almost entirely to small growers going out there and growing and dropping the price of cannabis by increasing the supply. And I imagine the micro licenses can much do the same thing, where they can help accelerate our curve to drop the prices of an average gram of cannabis, because when these markets open, cannabis always gets more expensive because there's always going to be a crunch on supply. There's not enough supply when these industries open up. And so I'm hoping that these micro license in conjunction with the bigger grows could help mitigate the crazy high prices we may see on day one, so that we could get more affordable weed to the people. Like, really, that's what it is. It's affordability. I'm trying to make it affordable for the people to get in and affordable for the people to buy into it.
Well, someone who knows a lot about cannabis and weed, we've got our expert here, Mr. Chris Barnett. You wanted to...
You had me at $500 ounce. No, Will, let me ask.
How's it going, Chris?
It's going good. I was just outside smoking, not that, but the meat. But not. I just wanted.
I'll never tell, Chris.
Right.
I'll never tell.
I mean, it's legal. And I wanted to ask, Matt, when you talk about the micro licensing, with a lot of the regulations that are going to be in play, as far as pesticides and all those other types of like technical growing rules and regs. Do you think that the average grower who you just alluded to is kind of starting up and putting out crops to drop the price? Do you think that they're meeting all those types of requirements if they're in place? And will they be able to?
Yeah, I think they should be able to make those requirements because, I mean, really the requirements that we have are not too crazy. They're cleanliness, they're basic security. These are the bare fundamentals that you need. So we like really the exercise for the Cannabis Control Board for the most part has been to try and take out rules more than it has been to add rules. We're trying to simplify the process because our rules were initially based on the medicinal rules, and medicinal rules when they were written were very strict. And so we went through it and we tried to take out as much of the unnecessary as we could. But like I said, my guiding principle is I wanna regulate this like a potato. Like my personal dream, I'm not sure if anybody on the board shares this, but my personal dream is one day we live in the world where I can grow some cannabis, get myself a little business license over at Rev and Tax, and then go over to flea market and sell over there. That's my dream.
Yeah.
But whether I could get the board that far liberal into the future,
good luck with that.
Try.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Right. What I see, Will, is I could see potentially big bud interests kind of squashing this micro license thing because it's going to be in direct competition with them.
Yeah, it's definitely it's going to be very disruptive to their market, and I can tell you they're probably going to push back on us once this gets a little bit more coverage. They'll probably say things like a 500 square foot can't make any money, but we've run the numbers, they can make some money. They'll say things like the micro licenses are just going to get people broke, but I mean, let people take that chance, let people have an opportunity to get into the market. Because even a 500 square foot is going to be a significant capital expense. It's just not as egregious as one of the biggest ones for people who can't get the financing. This is something that potentially 3 or 4 people with a little land and a little saved up money could potentially go in on together. Whereas the bigger grows are just out of reach for regular people.
So this isn't necessarily micro. You're talking about, like you said, 3 or 4 people having a team up. Is there anything in the works for, let's say, Will Parkinson or, Chris Barnett or Sabrina Salas-Mentanani, wants to do her 6 plants and flip it, to make back the power bill or whatever?
I'm sorry, say that again. You're kind of muffled.
How micro, so we're talking micro licensing, but you just said it would take 3 to 4 people to kind of cough up the cost and
No.
space.
I'm not saying it would take 3 to 4 people. I'm saying, 3 to 4 people could just go in together. 3 or 4 buddies could just be like, hey guys, you want to try this? Like they couldn't have done that before. Is what I'm saying. And this is an like I'm not everyone who tries this will succeed. But my hope is that for the people that do succeed, this is a steady source of income for them. And for the people that succeed beyond their wildest dreams, I hope that this is a bridge for them to become a bigger grower, and that this becomes a mechanism for them to jump up to a higher level.
So that's on the micro side. Where are we on the big bud side of things? Have we got people who are knocking on the door saying, I want to be on the scene? When can I start?
Yeah, like I've I don't know, I've probably heard about 5 or 6 potential players. So we'll see how many shake out from that. But I know there's definitely interest from the big business community.
Something else I've seen recently that I thought was pretty interesting is there's a couple shops that have popped up and they basically sell grow gear.
They sell what?
Like grow gear, like, they got soil, they got lights, all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh yeah, no, those are fantastic. I was expecting them to start popping up because if you had ever gone to any of the hydroponic shops on Guam that were before those new ones opened, or any of the gardening shops, like Sunshine Mix number 6 is gone all the time. all the nutrients, those are, you could barely find CalMag some days, you know. But so I'm not surprised that all these hydroponic stores are popping up because there's definitely a demand for it.
Right.
And the stores that did have them were always sold out. So I'm glad that there's more popping up.
What other types of peripheral industries do you think will pop up because of the legalization?
Support industries for sure. One I think would be very significant is maybe CO2 producers. They're like all these grows are going to need somebody to produce like CO2 for them. CO2 is part of the photosynthesis formula. It takes light plus water equals sugar and oxygen. Light, water, and CO2 equals sugar and oxygen. And so, like realistically, once you've maxed out your light and you've maxed out your space, the only variable that can increase your yield is CO2. So that's going to be an important component in the ancillary industries. Other ancillary industries you might see is I think this is going to be a big one is green waste disposal. You know, there's going to be a lot of things like stems and whatnot that are going to be produced in quite significant quantities, and there's going to have to be possibly an ancillary business that helps mitigate some of this waste product. Other ancillary businesses is just the supplies needed for the cannabis industry, the CO2, the nutrients, just everything that they can get in bulk for their grow is something I could see. And what other ancillary businesses can I see going on?
Let me ask you this, Will. Let's say you have a business owner who owns, right now they own like a head shop, right? They sell the pipes, they sell the papers, whatever.
Yeah.
How easy or feasible is it going to be for that shop, which already sells like all the paraphernalia, if you will? How easy is it going to be for them to then sell cannabis?
In theory, they just need to get a dispensary license. And a common tactic that cannabis businesses use, especially if they're selling ancillary products like that, is they'll have a two-business model where they'll have one business license that's strictly for selling cannabis, and then they'll have another business license for people who for businesses that sell t-shirts, sell glass, sell things that are not cannabis related, but they basically have two businesses under one roof selling two different things. So that's so I mean, like, I don't see it as impossible for a head shop to suddenly be selling cannabis, just because nothing prohibits them from just getting a dispensary license and selling along with everyone else. I mean, they do have to make sure their like location is up to code and stuff.
Right.
Make sure it's not anywhere where children congregate.
How much is the dispensary license?
I believe the dispensary license is $5,000.
Okay. Bree, any questions?
But
No, I'm just blown away by all of this.
You're blown away by the light and
the real barrier to entry won't be the licensing fees, but really the startup costs. That's like the startup costs are pretty heavy up front. Like for every figure like $100 to $150 per square foot of actual growing space. So I mean, you think about a 10,000 square foot, $100 per square foot adds up quite a bit.
Let's talk about a different kind of bowls. Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right on. So I don't know if you're a football guy.
Yes, I am. I am all in on the Tom Brady legend. He is the He is the patron saint of abandoned puppies.
So is that it? Just Buccaneers because Brady?
Buccaneers because Brady. Yeah, I'm a Seahawks guy, so I'm bandwagoning at this point.
Right.
I'm bandwagoning at this point, and I honestly, I'm not a Patrick Mahomes fan. I'm just over that guy.
Why?
wanna
What's
see
wrong
him-
with Patrick Mahomes?
I want to see him. I want to see him get beaten by the best ever.
And then it
That's
builds
just-
him, and he comes back stronger as part of like the legend, right?
Exactly.
The long game, Bree.
Y'all just hate him.
He takes an L today, and then he gets a bigger W the next time. Yeah, I hate Tom
like
Brady.
losing to the Giants in the Super Bowl because of that helmet catch. Imagine if that was his last Super Bowl.
Well, let me ask you this, Will. Who's got better bud, Kansas City or Tampa Bay?
Probably Tampa Bay, just because of the state they're in.
Right, Florida Stoners. That's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
But I don't know. Maybe Kansas. Maybe Kansas City does have some good stuff. I had a buddy that used to travel around that area, and he would sing its praises.
Right on. Well, Will, it's been great talking with you. I had to come in and bail Bree out because I was outside barbecuing, and she was like, "I don't know what he's talking about."
I don't know a lot about weed.
So I was like, I'll be right there.
I know. I saw her eyes roll into the back of her
Yeah,
head once I
yeah.
started talking about the photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Me, no ganja. Me, no. What are you guys talking about?
We don't understand. All right, Will, good luck. Did you bet any butt in the game, or what's the deal?
Do I got any money in the game? No, not this year. Like, I'm rooting for Tom Brady, but I wouldn't say I'm a betting man. Not
Right
this
on.
year.
Okay.
You said, do you have
All
any
right, take it
bud?
easy.
I said, do you have any bud on the game? That's what I said.
I didn't catch that.
You gotta, hey, I'm moving fast, man.
You're moving fast.
That's it. Okay, Will.
All right, you guys have a great
You
morning.
too, my
Stay
man.
safe.
Take it easy. That's my friend Will Sparkinson. He's on the Cannabis Control Board.
Yes.
He is like the biggest weed superhero on there. I don't even think any other people on the board know what weed looks like. So it's good to have someone who's like really all in, you know?
Could you imagine if I was on the board?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. That'd be like, Bree, your homework for this weekend, go watch all the Cheech and Chong movies. And then watch Pineapple Express. All right, what are we doing, guys? Is there a break? Can we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
We're gonna go back out. The meat's almost done. And
We're gonna check it with Kimmy from
Yeah.
IWS.
Sarge DePau just messaged me. He's like, Chris, we got to talk. All right, guys. So this is the link. It's brought to you by Carrier Cowboy Enterprises. I'm over here, and sorry, were you looking at the side of my face this whole time? Great, good job, Joe, sir.
Don't like that.
No fair screenshotting, guys. All right, we'll take a break. We're back with more of the link next. Good morning.
The relationship between Guam and Manila, Philippines is undeniable as we share similar cultural traditions, history, and heritage, with generations of Filipinos calling Guam home. KUAM presents a monthly look at the capital city featuring in-depth and engaging interviews on everything from medical tourism to new business and government leaders. Veteran newscaster Nestor Lecanto delivers Beyond Our Borders. This special program is brought to you by the Bank of Guam and KFC.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On the link, Sabrina and I playing Matchmaker. So get a love connection on the link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to KWAM.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love on the link. Hey, all right.
Half a day. Does your child have a hearing loss? We are parents of deaf and hard of hearing children and volunteers with Guam's Positive Parents Together, and we are here for you. We know how you feel and have walked in your shoes. We want to help you navigate your way through our educational and medical systems, and most especially, your emotional journey. Please visit us at www.guamparents.org for more information.
We got your 6.
At 6 a.m. with The Link on Breeze 93.9 FM. Bree and I connect you with all the latest news and information you need to know to start your day.
Then check back with Guam's news leader at 6 p.m. for the day's top headlines with KUAM News Primetime.
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and everything else in between with KUAM Digital, we got your 6.
Reminiscing and bring you back to the best times of your life. We're giving you the power to curate your own special listening hour with a top hit takeover. Every weekday from 4 to 5 p.m. Each month, a different business, department, or organization will have a chance to play DJ and suggest your favorite hits under a specific theme. We'll showcase them and also feature your team's playlist on our social media platforms. So get together, think about your favorites, and let Breeze help you feel the music.
BK's Steakhouse King is back for a limited time only. 2 savory flame-grilled 100%.
Half a day in Mabuhay. I'm Ann Pobutsky. I'm the territorial epidemiologist for Guam. Wearing a face covering protects you and those around you. We know that COVID-19 can be spread by people who are not showing symptoms, which means they are asymptomatic. Because Guam remains at risk for significant community spread or transmission of the virus, it is a necessary precaution to wear a face covering when you are in public. Everyone must wear a face covering when they leave home, have it visible at all times, and put it on when they see others nearby. Face coverings are required for everyone when shopping at stores, seeking healthcare, and inside the workplace. Covering your face reduces the chance that you will unknowingly infect someone else if you are carrying COVID-19 but have no symptoms. Prevention saves lives. For more information, please call 311 or visit our website at dphss.guam.gov.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Half a day. Does your child have a hearing loss? We are parents of deaf and hard of hearing children and volunteers with Guam's Positive Parents Together, and we are here for you. We know how you feel and have walked in your shoes. We want to help you navigate your way through our educational and medical systems, and most especially, your emotional journey. Please visit us at www.guamparents.org for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On The Link, Sabrina and I playing matchmaker. So get a love connection on The Link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to KWAM.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love.
Welcome back on this Super Bowl Monday edition of The Link right here. We have one more trivia question for you if you would like to win $20 of KFC. We have a gift certificate for you if you can get the right answer to this question. Which performer had a wardrobe malfunction during the halftime performance at Super Bowl 38? God, who made this? Like, even non-football fans know that. Okay, call us at 637-0094, and the phone lines are already blowing up. Not that hard. You know, we want to make sure that you and yours have a really good Super Bowl experience. So what performer had a wardrobe malfunction during the halftime performance at Super Bowl 38? And let's go to the phone now. Vic, and who have we got here? Hafaday and good morning. Welcome to The Link. And who had the famous wardrobe malfunction?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson is correct. Great job. Okay, and
the one answer I actually knew. Everything else I've been like, I have no clue. But
I remember watching that. That was the Patriots' second World Championship in which they defeated the Carolina Panthers, if memory serves. And I remember when Miss Jackson kind of slipped out of her outfit, and I was like, whoa. So who have we got on the line?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. Hi. Lisa, what village are you from right now?
Manila.
Manila, all right. Like as Manila Mayor Alan Ngakta said, Manila, the education capital of the island, and you got that right on the very first time. We're happy to give you and yours a $20 gift certificate to KFC. You guys have a KFC in Manila, so it won't be that far away. So you can dash away or have it delivered to you and have a really good lunch.
Yes,
So,
they're very
Lisa,
good at
who do you got on the line? Who have you got in today's game? I should say.
I would go for the Tampa.
For Tampa Bay, okay.
Yeah.
That's Tom Brady, right? Tom
Yep.
Brady.
All right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for playing. Congratulations. You did really, really great. And if you can just stay on the line
What
for
did she win?
KFC.
Oh, the KFC. Okay. That's
Yeah, so Lisa, if you can just stay on the line for a minute, we're going to get your contact information and let you know how you can get your prize later on this morning, okay?
Thank you very much, Jason.
All right, so just Mossy, enjoy the game. Thank you so much. We hope you have a great day. Stay safe, huh?
You too.
Again, the kickoff is scheduled for 9:30 on KUAM TV 11, and we're not sure if you saw that. We're going to be heading outside in a little bit where we've got our tailgate party, and Chris, he's cooking up some something he concocted using Jack Daniels, right? This is his marinade, and it was short. He made some short ribs, and then he made some smoked pork something. It's smoked meat.
Something.
Smoked meat.
Smells good.
Smoked meat. And Dave also, for those of you who don't know, he does do smoked meat as well. And then earlier in our show, we had Tom Akagami. He made some nachos using Lagunitas in the mix. And
then in that video he gave us, he actually made pork shoulder. Was it pork shoulder or pork butt?
Pork butt, and he injected it with some Lagunitas, right?
Wow.
It was pretty cool. Maybe we could show that video.
Butt and shoulder, yeah. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah, let's show that video of Tom Akagami. It's a pretty technical process, I guess you could say, with all the steps leading up to how he made these nachos.
Yeah, remember, guys, kickoff for today's Super Bowl game about 31 minutes away. The CBS analysts made their picks. 4 out of 5, you guys, said it's Kansas City going to win their second. They're going to go back-to-back, say the experts. The only guy who actually went against the Kansas City Chiefs, Coach Bill Cowher, said that the Tampa Bay Bucs are going to win what would be their second world championship.
Wait, who are the experts saying?
The guys, they're saying the Chiefs are going to win. 4 out of 5.
Okay. And then if you saw Double D and I playing some cornhole, you know, we picked the Chiefs.
It wasn't even close. You were really, really good.
All right, so we're going to run this video by Tom Akagami. If you missed it, it's the nachos that he made, pork butt nachos, injecting it with Lagunitas, and then we're going to head outside live for our tailgate party and check in with IWS and Kim.
Off day, everybody. My name is Tom Akigami, and I'm going to show you how to make some smoked pulled pork nachos for today's game. I'm going to take you through a step-by-step on the injection preparation before we prep the meat. Today we're using the Lagunitas Little Something. I like to put cross hatches on the fat. This is totally optional. You can do it, you don't have to do it. It's just my preference. And then we're gonna move on to the rub. Now, I like to use yellow mustard. You can use olive oil. Use whatever you have in the kitchen. So I start by applying some of this. This is a binder. You're not even gonna taste the mustard after it's done cooking. It's just so it makes the rub that you're putting on there stick to the meat. I like to start from the bottom. That way when you turn it over, you get a nice rub on the top and it's not going to come off when it's moving off the grill. So, nice and even. Salt, pepper. You should get everything on the sides. Garlic powder. Just very light. Now we're going to work on the injection. We've got the IPA mix with the Lagunitas Little Something for today's injection with the garlic powder and salt. You want to inject in the mass of the meat, so get in there, get it, inject as you go out, and then change directions. You don't want to make too many holes in your meat or all the juice is going to leak out. Right. Different directions, just like that. Now this adds flavor and it keeps the moisture going because we're going to be smoking this for several hours or about 8 hours, so you don't want it to dry out. And you want to repeat this till you get most of all the muscle, and then it's ready to go in the smoker. I'm using oak to smoke today. You can use applewood, you can use hickory, mesquite, whatever you like. I like oak, so there we go. Oh man, it's raining. Got the smoker to temp, and we're ready to put them on. I got the 2 pork butts that I just prepared, and a baby back rib. If you're wondering how that came out, you can follow me on my Instagram. All right, let's put them in. At 3 hours in, I like to spray at about 3, check how everything's doing. So let's take a look. All right, looking pretty good. So remember what I told you about saving the injection? Well, I saved some of the injection, or all of it, whatever was left over. I put it into this spray bottle. I added some apple cider vinegar, and that's gonna be my spray. Couple more hours and we'll wrap them up. All right, we're about 6 hours in and just about ready to wrap these pork butts. Looking good. It's got a little bark forming. Fat is starting to crack over there. So we'll wrap it, put it back in, wait till it hits temp. So hopefully we get this done in 8 hours. Pulled out the pork butt, let it rest for a few hours, and it's ready to pull apart. So here we go. Assembly time. We're going to take some really good tortilla chips, layer a cast iron pan. about this recipe and more, follow me on my Instagram, or coming soon, Fire Slave Barbecue.
To say thanks, Tom, for coming in and making that smoked pork butt injected with Lagunitas nachos supreme. It was so good.
Most of us are going to have food comas before kickoff, which, by the way, happens in 23 minutes.
Right. And someone else who is outside, he's been barbecuing.
He's not too shabby on the grill himself.
Right. He's not too bad. Is our Chris Barnett. And let's go to him. He's making, what is he making? He mixed the marinade with some Jack Daniels. I got to sample a little piece earlier, and I definitely am drunk. No, I'm just kidding. But I did try. He did marinate with the Jack Daniels, and it was pretty good.
So he did not skimp on the sauce.
No,
let's just say.
he did not, for sure.
Okay, so outside we go. Chris at the grill. What do you got for us, buddy?
You're on. Right on, we're on. Let's show them what we got, dude. So we went pretty slow and low, but what we got is actually pretty hot. So we got the Jack Daniels marinated short ribs. Then we have some Jack Daniels apple cider vinegar pork belly. This is freaking good. Dude, it tastes like Banaclan tuba because I put Jack Daniels. That's the main ingredient. They give me $1 every time I say Jack Daniels. So that was the main ingredient of the pork belly, and then I put some apple cider vinegar, some black pepper. You know, like apples and pork. For some reason, it goes together. And it's really good. It's simple, man. It didn't need any salt really because it's pork belly. You guys try. Oh, it is good. It's just good. You can taste the short ribs. You tried that? Try a piece of that. I can taste the Jack, and it's good. So I kind of did like a Calbee, and then I put a cup of Jack in the short rib marinade. It's going pretty good. And then Bree. I guess Bree caught this lobster up in Jingo. They got a good beach up there. She caught it on the Jingo shore. So we're doing up some lobster, some corn on the cob. And that's what's happening out here on the grill. Man, Tom's the pork butt, pulled pork nachos, out of this world. And Super Bowl, I know you guys, Super Bowl, it's a great reason to get drunk, okay? And let's just not mince any words. We'll get right to it over here with Kimmy, who is going to do up a few drinks. But the first one she's going to do, I believe, is the margarita. No, I mean the Bloody Mary.
Sky Vodka Bloody Mary.
Yeah, there you go. Sky Vodka Bloody Mary.
I already put some of the glasses ice. I seasoned it with tahini. Sorry,
That's
if I'm
that like
butchering
spice
it.
they put on the mango, right?
You do like about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of Sky Vodka.
It has to be Sky. If you use any other vodka, the glass is going to break. We got some cool giveaways too with Sky coming up. So thank you, Kimmy,
Then
for
you
that.
can use spicy
Oh my goodness. that was
tomato
so good.
juice, or you can use regular. This one's a bit spicy.
I'm surprised Bree's not out here with alcohol.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
A little bit of Tabasco. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Can you do that?
Worcestershire. I saw this thing on Twitter. Someone was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
have
on
you
my
ever
way.
bought a second bottle of Worcestershire?
A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. And then you, of course, the celery with a little bit of olive.
Yep, there comes Bree. I told you she's coming.
The celery, and then you can put like a jalapeno
What?
in to make it a bit more spicy.
Yeah.
You can put a bit of bacon in.
Bacon?
with
Oh, get out of
olives.
here. What?
Just stir it up a bit. And this is great during the game, tomorrow when you have a hangover.
After the game, before the game.
Here, Bree.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
It's even
All
good when
right.
there's not a game.
This is so cute. You know, you're always so creative. I swear.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Sky Bloody Mary.
Right on, right on. You get
I
Bree's
think
gonna
we
go-
know who you're cheering for. Oh.
Yeah. Couldn't tell.
Damn, Bree, how's that bacon?
I didn't try it yet.
You go ahead and have a sip of this.
With all that meat you ate and the barbecue, you must be thirsty.
Woo, Kim had a little kickoff just came early. A little kick in there, Kim.
So the next drink I wanted to do is we're gonna call it the touchdown shot. So you can get a mixer or you can just mix it, whatever. So do equal parts Sky Citrus, my bad. So it's with Sky Citrus and Frangelico. So how many people are taking shots, Bree? Chris, of course. Let's do 2 jiggers of Sky Citrus, and then we will do 2 jiggers of Frangelico. This is a hazelnut liqueur. It's great in coffee. What'd you say, jigger? Is that what it's called? This is called a jigger. Yeah. 1, 2. What is that again? Frangelico. It's a hazelnut liqueur. It's great in coffees. It's great with milk. And he's done. You gotta do that bartender shake one time. Sure. Gotta do that bartender shake.
You know, I'm kind of clumsy, so sure got the Keep on going or what?
Keep on going. Keep on going. So you feel like it's been well incorporated.
Hey.
You got your bartender shake?
Yeah. Oh. What did I do?
You're just like, Chris, we need a man over here.
I can do it. I don't need that.
Sure. You just have to like hit it.
Oh yeah.
We need a man
Sorry,
over
I don't know what I
here.
did.
We just shook it a little too.
Oh, no.
No, you gotta.
No pressure.
So easy.
Yeah!
So easy. Pour it in some shot glasses. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
So this is like a hazelnut. It's called a hazelnut chocolate cake shot, but we are gonna call it a touchdown shot. And then you just need to take a lemon wedge.
Lemon and chocolate.
And then we just need to pour a little sugar over it. You need help? You need help with anything? No. It's not easy. I'm gonna grab that for you. Chris, come take shots with us.
Oh, so it's like a
Yeah. But it tastes like chocolate cake. So if you're a fan of lemon, sugared lemon.
What kind of shot is it?
It's called a touchdown cake shot, but we're calling it a touchdown shot. So take the shot, and then you take the lemon, sugared lemon,
Okay.
and then
What's in the shot?
like, you have a smaller. That's a lot. That's too much.
it's Sky Citrus and
Goes great with Jack Daniel smoked meat.
Smoked
All right.
Ready?
cheers!
Cheers, guys.
To the Chiefs! Good, right?
Tastes like cake. Pretty sweet.
So did it go well with the Jack Daniel's barbecue?
It does, yep. I'm like a walking bar right now. This bar is open.
We're gonna need a timeout.
You ready for one more?
No.
Chris is.
Right.
We're gonna need to bring out what is the next team of players.
Yeah, second team.
Second
Yeah,
team?
special team.
Special team. There you go.
Yeah, Jason is on our special team.
Are you gonna bring out the special teams?
Yeah.
Special teams.
There you
We're
go.
up.
Are you ready for another one? Or Oh, you made 3, right? Me 2. Oh, the next one we can do is a Jack Apple with club soda. Super easy. Club soda. Cups here. Okay. Let's get some ice in it. We have 3. Why don't you open apple?
We're done?
See if Bree can open up a liquor bottle.
Girl, don't let me.
All right. Easy. Okay, so why don't let's teach you how to do it. Just pour, like maybe count to 3 with a pour.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Someone shook. No more. No more. Someone shook up his club soda. For the blooper reel, right? Add a little club soda to that.
3, maybe forgive me 4. All right.
And then you just squeeze the lemon. Stir it up a bit. And this is Jack Apple and club soda.
So what is this one? The timeout shot or foul?
This
Foul
is
ball.
the game is going so good.
I just had to run out here for a second, and we got a comment on Facebook Live from Bree's brother. Pat goes, "Are you drunk, Sabrina?"
No. You know me, Pat. Takes a while.
Is Pat on Guam or?
He's in Vegas.
Is he drunk already?
No, maybe watching the game.
Right.
So it's really simple. This is just the Jack Daniel's Tennessee apple with the club soda and squeeze some lemon inside.
Cheers.
All right,
It's
cheers.
just us girls.
There you go. We're waiting for the weekend to prepare.
Oh, I am. Really refreshing.
I think this one.
You know, anything with club soda is good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Especially when you open it and it just goes everywhere.
I think someone in the back shook up my club soda.
Set you up.
I think it's DJ.
They knew you.
Yeah. Oh, then it was double D. Bucks all day. Bucks all day. You wanted to ruin my shirt.
All right, Kitty, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you on. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy the game. Take it back to the boys.
All right, a good time is being had by all outside. Don't worry, everybody. Okay, and Primo Pat Salas is checking on his sister Sabrina. Don't worry, we'll take care of her. Really, really good stuff outside by Kimmy and the crew there at IWS Guam. Thank you guys for celebrating Super Bowl with us. Kickoff is imminent. About 10 minutes ago, the teams have come out. Once again, it is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're playing a home game. You know, personally, I can't wait to see the big Tampa Bay pirate ship. I mean, they shoot off those cannons. I mean, it's a sight to see. Tampa Bay is wearing its away uniform, even though they are the home team, which is going to be interesting because CBS was talking about earlier. They feel like that's their lucky color. So they're wearing their away whites. The Kansas City Chiefs are wearing their home red, white, and yellow uniform. So Chris is back here.
Right on. Jay, I just got to say, of all the teams in the NFL, I don't really know much about Tampa Bay as a team or even a city.
Your voice,
I know Tom Brady. That's it.
Your voice is slurring somewhat.
Oh, come on.
Slightly. Yeah. But, hey,
Good morning.
Great job on the barbecue.
All right, guys. Thanks. Sir.
Okay.
I want to shout it out to CJ, who was the second tong on that barbecue. You got your first tong, then you got your second tong.
Well,
Good
okay,
job, CJ. I was telling them you're the second tong on the barbecue.
Oh.
That's CJ.
All right,
That's
so
CJ right
is
here, guys. Yep.
All right. All right, guys. It's been 5 seconds, socially distant. it's like that rule. Like if it fell on the ground, 5 seconds is still good.
Right on. So just about ready for a kickoff, right, Jay? What time is it?
Yeah, so kickoff is in about 8 minutes now. We're going to have the national anthem. So that's live on KUM TV 11 right now. Please, everybody, check it out. It's going to be an amazing game. We'll have the national anthems. Then we'll have the coin flip. And then the game will begin. Once again, NFL experts, they are about to begin the coin flip. I just took a look at the monitor. NFL experts are picking the Chiefs. And remember, Las Vegas has the Chiefs by about 3.5 points. So a little bit more than a field goal favoring the Chiefs. Tom Brady, ironically, is a underdog in this game. We've also got some really, really cool stuff. So we've got that Inafa Malik segment. And this is a really cool thing, everybody. We want you guys to watch this because it's very, very good, very inspirational. It's going to uplift you. The youth mediators from Inafa Malik, the group that does a lot of work, they wanted to come together and they wanted to do a series of skits to raise awareness about suicide, the very, very real and very scary problem of suicide in our tightly knit island community. So the youth mediators themselves, they wrote these skits, they directed it, and they performed it. So here's some sketches while you watch the Super Bowl on another screen of the kids at Inafa Malik teaching you what you can do to stop suicide in our island.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah!
Hey, Amy.
That's me.
And Bria.
Happy-day.
Show us how to get down.
What?
Show us how to get down. And now Alicia.
What's up?
And Liz.
Yoo-hoo, that's me.
Show us how to get down. Show us how to get down. And now we have Kai.
That's me.
And Caleb.
What's up?
Show us how to get down. Show us how to get down. And now it's Ethan.
Yeah.
That's Ethan.
Woo!
Show us how to get down. Show us how to get down.
Two more.
Show us how to get down. Show us how to get down. Okay. Here on Guam, there are some things you can be sure of. Like the heat.
Ugh, and mosquitoes.
Typhoons.
Paksu.
The beautiful ocean.
But what do we do in the ocean? We can swim.
Jet ski.
Paddleboard. Fishing.
Paddling. Go team! Here on Guam, there are some other things you can be sure of. Like
Fiesta! Boca! Let's eat! Beach party!
Volleyball.
Picture time. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Cheese! Spam!
What? Oh, man. Here on Guam, there are some other things you can be sure of. Everyone has problems. Some are small.
My socks don't match. I have pimples again.
My Wi-Fi is not working.
I'm having a bad hair day. I'm late for work.
I gained 2 pounds. My lip liner just broke.
I just chipped it now.
My new shoes are dirty.
I got a stain on my shirt.
And then there are big ones.
I don't feel accepted.
I'm tired of being picked on. I'm a failure. No one takes me seriously.
My grandmother's really sick.
I lost my job.
Well, I have a dent on my car.
What?
What?
Well, it's gonna cost a lot to fix it. It's a big deal to me. My dad's gonna kill me, and I don't have the money to fix it right now.
You see, what might seem like a small problem to one person may feel like a big problem to another.
People deal with problems in different ways. Some take time out to gather their thoughts, and some take time to think things through before they face the problem.
Others try to release any negative energy before making a decision. For example,
I like to draw or write in my journal.
I like to eat, especially ice cream.
Ice cream!
I like to sleep.
I let it all out.
I need to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Some play sports.
Tennis.
Running.
Baseball.
Golf.
Basketball.
Volleyball.
Soccer.
Goal!
Time out.
Time out.
Time out.
Time out.
Unfortunately, some people take timeouts in ways that hurt themselves and others.
Like drinking too much.
Smoking.
Drugs.
Bullying.
Hurting themselves.
Or some try to end it all.
Killed themselves.
The end.
They'd never even have a chance.
They'd be dead.
Gone.
But that's not timeout. That's game over.
Game over.
It was almost game over for me, and I'll share my story with you because I'm living proof that there is a tomorrow. It happened in the 10th grade. We were all called in to see the counselor. I had never talked to the counselor before, so I don't know why he suddenly cared. Turns out, he didn't.
Next. Tara, right?
Yes.
Well, it says here on your survey that you don't really care about school anymore. Is that right?
Nope.
Why not?
I just don't like it anymore. I don't care.
Tell me about your relationship with your teachers.
I don't have any relationships with my teachers.
Well, tell me how your classes are going.
I really used to enjoy school. I worked so hard, but now I'm struggling to keep up. I'm just not motivated to do anything anymore. You're not listening to me, are you? You stink. I didn't understand. Why wasn't he listening to me? Why wasn't he taking me seriously? I was giving him all the clues. I'm tired of life. I don't want to live anymore. Can I just go back to class now?
Well, actually, I'm a bit concerned. It says here that you used to get A's and B's, and now you're getting C's and D's. I think you need to focus more and work harder. Okay? Can I send you back to class now?
Sure.
And remember what I told you. Maybe I'll see you around school.
Maybe. I was so upset. I felt so invisible. I ran to this cliff. I wasn't supposed to be there. It was dangerous. A boy had fallen and died there when I was young. It was a good fall. Maybe the fall would kill me too. But what if it hurts? What if I regret it? There's no way to take something like this back. How long would it even take before anyone noticed I was gone? I fell to my knees and I cried the most I've ever cried in my life. Why doesn't anyone see me? Why won't anyone help me? I don't know what to do. It was so quiet, but I knew no one could hear me. I didn't think anyone cared. And then suddenly, a light breeze came through the cliff. And it came through every single leaf. And this gentle sprinkle. And as quickly as it came, it was gone. I can't believe I almost did that to myself. What was I thinking? Why would I hurt my family like that? They love me, and I love them.
Tara, where are you?
I guess they're calling me. Coming!
It was almost game over for me, too. Over the years, people come into your life and influence you in good ways and bad. Some are friends, and some just pretend to be. In middle school, I was afraid that no one would accept me for who I was. I didn't even know who I was. So I was just whoever people wanted me to be, and I did what they wanted me to do.
Hey, Alicia, come over here. We're really hungry. Can you go to the store and get us some pickled papaya, some chips, sodas, things like that? We don't have that much money, but, we can pay you back later. Well, we're really hungry, so can you hurry, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
See that? I just did what they told me to do, and they wouldn't even pay me back.
Hey, Alicia. Those are some really nice earrings.
Thanks. My mom got them for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me borrow them for a little while.
Borrow them?
Yeah.
Okay. Here.
Thanks.
They'd borrow things and never return them. But I was too afraid to ask for them back. I did things that got me in trouble, like staying out late, skipping school. All to be accepted. I even let them copy my homework.
Hey, Alicia, I was on the phone with my boyfriend all night. I didn't get to do my homework, so can I copy yours?
Okay. Here.
Thank you.
I know this seems weak, but as kids, don't we all just want to feel accepted? It didn't end there. It continued into high school. And that's when I found out that there are real friends and fake friends. I just didn't know which was which at the time. Then I met the most popular girl on campus. She was friends with everyone. And I figured if I could be friends with her, maybe I could be friends with everyone. And it was okay at first, but it was the wrong crowd. Bad things started to happen, and people started to spread rumors about me.
You think you're better than me? What's your problem?
Why are you telling people I stole your earrings? I just borrowed them, remember?
I can't believe you told people that I copied your homework. What a narc.
I heard you're talking to my boyfriend. You better watch your back, girl.
Hey, yo, see that girl over there? She'll do anything. I mean, anything.
Things just kept getting worse. My reputation was being ruined. I almost got suspended, but they just kept talking and posting on social media about it.
Alicia thinks she's better than everyone. No one's gonna talk to her after this.
Hashtag loser.
Keep your boyfriends away from her. She's such a big flirt.
Alicia accuses you of stealing things. Can you believe that? So lame.
Oh my gosh. At that point, I was at the lowest point of my life, but I didn't want anyone to see me cry or know that I was hurting. So I cried alone. And I kept asking myself, why is this happening to me? There were so many little things that made me want to end it all. I just wanted to be accepted. No. I'm not gonna let them hurt me anymore. I'm not gonna base my happiness on what others think of me. I'm not going down for them when they don't even care about me. I stopped looking at my social media feeds and called the hotline. Hello. I really need help. Thank you.
Talking to someone really made a difference for Alicia. That's what they're there for.
It was almost game over for me too. I'll tell you my story because I know that some of you guys can relate too. We were the kind of kids who did really well in high school.
Did you see my SAT scores?
It's so hard to keep a 4.3 GPA.
I made an island again.
Should I go to Harvard or Yale?
No one expected us to have problems, let alone end it all. People just assume that kids like us have it easy. But when senior year came around, the pressure really built up.
If I don't ace my honors class, my ranking will fall.
I've been planning the homecoming pep rally all month. You guys didn't even show up to the car wash fundraiser. What the heck? You guys better be at the next one.
Oh, great. Now I have to go to the pep rally, the car wash, basketball practice, and still write 2 term papers?
But there were exceptions. The pressure got to me. My grades began to fall, and I started staying away from everyone and everything because I was just so embarrassed. And I felt like I just couldn't breathe.
You guys better be there.
Ugh, and my family. At every family gathering, all they could ever talk about was school.
Hey, Amy, come here. Come kiss your grandma. How are your grades, girl? A's, right?
You know we're expecting a lot from you, right? Make us proud. Where's your boyfriend? You have one, right?
Hey everyone, look, it's our valedictorian over there. Don't let us down.
I'll try not to.
A's, Amy. Only A's, girl.
I didn't want to disappoint anyone, but most of all, I didn't want to disappoint myself. I wasn't expected to do much. I didn't have to do chores around the house. I didn't have a job. All I had to do was do well in school. But I couldn't even do that. I was a failure. Everyone saw me slip, but they thought that I just needed to work harder.
Work harder?
Don't be lazy.
It's those boyfriends.
Work harder.
Then, after New Year's Eve, I went to my room and I sat just thinking about all my problems. What was wrong with me? Why couldn't I just get it together? What was I gonna do? I couldn't believe I was actually considering it. I couldn't believe I was thinking of ending it all. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
No, you're not. And fine's not good. Where have you been?
We haven't seen you at any get-togethers or events.
Or school.
I haven't been feeling too well, so I stayed home. Just stomachache. Maybe it's the flu.
Yeah, right.
What's wrong?
Well, it's just the pressure, guys. It's too much. I can't handle it all.
We understand. We're feeling it too. But we're almost there. We just have to support each other.
You know we're always here if you need us.
Thanks. That means a lot. My friends and I sat and we talked for hours, all about school, family, our problems. I really wasn't the only one feeling this way. I took a deep breath, a step back, and I thought things through. I gave myself the time and the space that I needed. I realized I'm not alone. Glad to know that you guys are feeling the same way. That makes me feel so much better. We got this.
Here in Guam, there are some things you can be sure of.
Everyone has problems.
Some are small, some are big.
And some just feel big. For right now.
No matter how dark things get.
Remember that without a sunset,
there can't be a sunrise.
The storm will pass.
This too shall pass.
There are blue skies and a rainbow on the other side of that storm.
And you're not alone.
People do care about you.
You may just need to talk to someone.
A counselor.
A teacher.
Or family member.
Or you can call the crisis hotline. That's what they're there for.
And don't forget, your call can be the call that saves someone's life.
But take it from me, you don't need to give up. Instead of doing something you might regret, take a break.
Take a step back.
Take a look at what you're doing.
Take time to think.
To really think.
Take a deep breath.
But
don't take your life.
The relationship between Guam and Manila, Philippines is undeniable as we share similar cultural traditions, history, and heritage, with generations of Filipinos calling Guam home. KUAM presents a monthly look at the capital city featuring in-depth and engaging interviews on everything from medical tourism to new business and government leaders. Veteran newscaster Nestor Lecanto delivers Beyond Our Borders. This special program is brought to you by the Bank of Guam and KFC. GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Hatha Day. Does your child have a hearing loss? We are parents of deaf and hard of hearing children and volunteers with Guam's Positive Parents Together, and we are here for you. We know how you feel and have walked in your shoes. We want to help you navigate your way through our educational and medical systems, and most especially, your emotional journey. Please visit us at www.guamparents.org for more information.
Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air. On the link, Sabrina and I playing matchmaker. So get a love connection on the link. We're looking for Guam's most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. And we're going to match you guys up. You're going to go on some free dates for Valentine's Day weekends. Just hop on to kwm.com, fill out a super easy registration form, and you could be making love on the link. Hey, all right.
We got your 6
at 6 a.m. with the link on Breeze 93.9 FM. Bree and I connect you with all the latest news and information you need to know to start your day.
Then check back with Guam's news leader at 6 p.m. for the day's top headlines with KUAM News Primetime.
From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and everything else in between with KUAM Digital, we got your 6.
If you plan on leaving your house, don't forget your face mask. Along with hand washing and social distancing, wearing face masks can drastically reduce your risk of infection. Many people who catch COVID-19 can be contagious before they even start showing symptoms. The more people who use face masks, the less the virus can be transmitted and fewer individuals are exposed. When we both wear face masks, I protect you, you protect me, and we are both safe.
Our frontliners have been working tirelessly to keep us safe, and now they need your help to get our island back up and running as safely as possible. Did you know your smartphone can be one of the most powerful tools in our fight against COVID-19? That's why we're bringing you the Guam COVID Alert Exposure Notification app. This app works by letting you know if you've been exposed to someone who's positive. It's completely voluntary, and more importantly, it's completely anonymous. It does not track who you are or your location. Researchers at Oxford University have found that for every 100 to 200 downloads of the app, it can prevent 100 infections and save one life. Add your phone to the COVID fight by going to guamcovidalert.guam.gov or download it from the App Store or Google Play now. Help Guam stop COVID-19.
Half a day. My name is Chimamba Kwem, Tuberculosis Enhancing Disease Program Manager for the Department of Public Health. As Guam continues to deliver critical services during this unprecedented time, we must do everything in our power to protect the health and safety of our people. Continue to encourage wearing a face covering, practice social distancing and washing hands. These practices are becoming especially important as we begin to reopen our great island. Prevention saves life. For more information, please call 311 or check out our website at dphss.guam.gov.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Is already happening. The score is still goose eggs right now, but surprisingly, Tampa Bay went 3 and out. The Chiefs have the ball. We will see what is going on, and we encourage you to check out the game live on KUM TV 11, but to give their final thoughts, and I believe Chris and Sabrina are kicking back outside the station on the AstroTurf. They're enjoying some very well-deserved drinks and some of the food that Chris was whipping up, and I think Sabrina is enjoying her role as queen of the cornhole. So let's go outside for some final thoughts with Bree and Chris.
Hey, right on. We're out here, yep. We're out here. The game's going on in there, and thanks to Kimmy. You know, Island Beverage with the cocktails. We had Bloody Marys. We had that chocolate cake thing.
Yeah, with the Franga, whatever it was. Yep. What is it called? What's it called, Kimmy? Frangelico with the club soda.
And now we're just going to wash it down with some ice cold Heineken.
Heineken Light.
We're actually cooking lobster over here, guys.
Yeah, CJ's using a cutter. What is
cutting board.
Cutting board.
We had a little bit of someone miscalculated exactly how much fire we would need. When I say someone, it's me. But you know, Bree went spearfishing and she caught that up in Chico, so we're gonna cook it. We're not gonna let it go to waste.
Yeah, y'all don't know I'm an expert lobster.
Pescador! Guys, thanks for joining us on Super Bowl Monday.
We hope you enjoy the game, whether or not you're for the Chiefs or the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
We're all winners because we get to watch the weekend during the halftime show.
There you go. All right. So thanks, guys. It's been a great show brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Carrier. We're actually going to go a little bit early. So you guys, because I know you guys aren't even seeing this. You're all watching the game. That's good. My name's Chris.
I'm Sabrina.
Kimmy. And CJ on our barbecue. He's the second Tom. For Jason Salas, Joe, sir, good job. And thank you guys for watching us on KUAM TV.
Thanks, Double D and Vic, for coming on.
Exactly. And thank you to Tom Akagami for the pork butt nachos. My name's Chris again.
I'm Bree.
Esta. Adios. Cheers.
Catch the link on